Hello and welcome to the Adventure Archive. My name is Ryan and I will be your dungeon master tonight as we continue our adventures in the Dark Kingdoms. Last week I tried to go off script, not doing it this week. With me, we have Matt as Victor of the Calder, the human death cleric. Jess as Dariana Bloodright, the Elfmark Seraphage sorceress. Jason as Cutter the Faceless, the Darecool rogue duelist, who's actually been using his duelist features.
Yeah.
Andy as Beatum Davelbream, the gnome divination wizard. And our special guest this evening, Janelle as the Shadow Fae, Shadow Road guide, Selvin. Eric, who plays Sylvester, is not with us again this evening. Also, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I didn't realize till halfway through the day I need to go get some Jameson, and I totally forgot. The Dark Kingdoms takes place in the Midgard setting, which is published by Kobold Press, so you notice some differences in a lot of the stuff. If you have questions, just shoot something in chat. And also, please be aware this is an evil campaign in an evil setting with evil-aligned characters, and this may not be suitable for all audiences. Graphic descriptions of gore, murder, mutilation, and torture are fairly common, so you've been warned. Do we have any new business? Why is the music not playing?
I can hear it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh, now I hear it. Okay. One of the new things we have, Jason has made us another bit badge. So if you donate up to 5,000 bits, you will get the Beatum bit badge, which it looks like 3 people have access to right now. So if any of them are here, yeah, we will be able to show that off. And yes, Jason, prior to stream, dropped a wonderful, awesome filter for Selvin.
So
to
good.
use this evening. It looks wonderful. But hello, Gilded Steph. Hello, everybody in chat. Thank you for being here. I want to get cracking. So quick recap. Let's just do a tiny little recap of how we kind of got to where we are and then what happened last time. So long story short, I'll cut it just to, once you all started working for Lord Rojan, the king of the Vampire Kingdom, he has sent you on a quest to find out, there has been some disturbance in the Ghoul Imperium. Oh my god, I'm not even looking at chat. There's been a disturbance in the Ghoul Imperium, and the party has been sent to figure out what that is. In the course of their travels, they have discovered that one of the Ghoul Emperor's favorites, Duke Drago Blackfly, seems to be engaging in machinations against something, whether it's the Emperor or the Vampire Kingdom, and through those machinations, he has kidnapped the Archduke Avgost, which the party has become aware of is important in some ritual that can shape and shake the foundations of the world as they currently know it. In addition to that, they were sent to find, uproot, and end the Red Winter, which is a heretical faction of Red Sisters, which is the kind of state religion of the Vampire Kingdom, to the blood goddess Morena. So throughout their travels, they have got to a point now where they have left Jost, which is in the northern area of the part of the kingdom that has been taken over by the ghouls and the vampires within the last 10 years. And right as they almost got their hands on the Archduke, he was taken from them and was taken down to the Ghoul Imperium, which is underground. In order to safely travel in the Ghoul Imperium, since not all of the party is dead, maybe 1.5 if Eric was here, they need to figure out a way that they can travel amongst the undead safely. And a high priestess in Jost, who is their ally because there's a worse enemy, told them that the Gravebinders of Seawall in the Southlands have the means in which to travel safely amongst the undead. Oh my gosh, Steph, you got to watch last week's VOD. Hear about the toad talk. Anyway, and in order to get to Seawall quickly, since it is like a 25,000 mile journey, they have entered another Shadow Road, which is an old elf road that travels along ley lines that has since been kind of turned to shadow and corrupted. But it gets you there fast. A 2,500 mile journey is only 6 days. They entered the Shadow Road last week, and as soon as they entered it, Sylvester disappeared and was not there when they went through, but their guide Selvin was. And as they made their way down the road, they first ran into a group of Shadow Fae who apparently was trying to get information from them, which was given extraordinarily freely with literally no effort whatsoever.
We vomited it out.
Yeah,
It was the four horns. That's what did it.
It's exactly what did it. And then as they went down for a long rest, they were attacked by shadows and overshadows. And after surviving that, we had ended our session. So as we begin tonight, you guys have just seen the last shadow disappear into the darkness, fade away, and you're about halfway through your long rest. What are you doing?
Sylvan's going to look around and see if anyone looks particularly worse for wear.
Beedham looks exhausted and is passed out in the dirt after losing nearly all of his strength. He's mumbling something.
I'm pretty sure that Victor cast Greater Restoration on him.
He's still tired, though.
Yeah, he's worn out. He needs to sleep. Baby needs to sleep.
She'll just come over and just gently touch your shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
11 points.
Yeah.
First roll of the evening. Nice.
Yes. So I'm just gonna go back into my trance, my ghoul trance.
Okay. I believe Beedham was on watch, and he is now quite asleep.
He passed out.
Passed out.
I can watch for him.
I'm always on watch.
Victor is going to go to sleep kind of near Beedham because he stood the first watch with Sullivan. He definitely needs to get some rest for tomorrow.
Yeah, me and Brian can watch.
You and Bri.
Yeah, me and Brian Cutter.
There you go. All right. So as the rest of you lay down to finish your rest, each of you, Beedham included, are plagued by bad dreams. Whether that's the taste of human flesh turning to ash in your mouth, or a prized tome turning to ash. It could be the disfavor of your gods and patrons, or your past rearing its ugly head. Regardless of what it is, you all toss and turn for the rest of the evening, and as each of you awakens, you don't feel rested at all. So aside from the people that finished out the watch for the evening, anyone that slept after the shadow attack, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
I love it.
What about me?
Oh, you don't sleep.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Okay.
You don't dream. That's why you're so dark.
And if we
Well,
want
and
to
you're just undead and eat human flesh. That's part of it, I guess.
Exactly.
Can we bless it just to guarantee?
You can do whatever you
Yeah,
want
baby.
with your blesses.
Boom.
You have-
20. Dirty 20, baby.
Ooh, okay, let me actually bring up the overlay really quick. Can we get an XP in the chat?
I'm gonna toss a bless at this as well because I'm nervous that it's 16, and I want to get a little higher.
I mean, Ryan was in a really good mood.
Beat him definitely wants to get a little higher.
Oh, always.
Can we
When
get
you're
a don't do
short.
drugs in chat, please? All right. So Matt used a bless. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's down to 10, barely in double digits. And Beat him also used a bless.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Andy, I don't know why your names in here are your names instead of your character names. I should just fix that. Also down to 10. So for those who are unaware, what you see on the overlay is the Banes, Blesses, shields, and red and blue cards that we use during the course of this game. You can use bits or channel points to cast a spell on the party or on me, the DM, to either help or hinder the party. The explanation is down in our About Me section. And if we could get a luck in the chat, please. We also use red and blue cards from Nord Games. I think they're called Fate and Fortunes now. I forget it every time. Oh, thank you, Steph. On any basically non-combat rolls, if the players roll a 20, something good happens, like a plus 1d6 on their next roll or something like that. Or if they roll a 1, they get a bad card that will be not good for them. And yeah, so those are also tracked on the overlay. Blesses are gold, shields are purple, and blue cards are blue, and white cards are red. So hold up, we're getting some stuff. Thank you so much, Steph. Let me add this Bane in.
Ooh, thank you.
L2 just dropping. Okay, wait.
And
wait,
another
wait.
Bane for you too.
Ooh, all right. 2 Banes for me and a bless for Dariana. Okay. Thank you. Can we get some Banes and blesses in the chat, please?
Oh, balance. You
Can't
know
wait
what
for Mark
balances
Ford.
you, don't you? The toes at the end of your feet.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, fantastic gun.
Can somebody just roll for toes in the chat for me, please?
We punish the most heinous of crimes in Neenheim is by cutting off a gnome's toes.
And we're done.
Yeah.
Mushroom toes.
He's definitely killing us tonight.
Oh yeah. No, I'm definitely killing you.
I like how Ryan's like massaging his third eye in frustration. He's like, God damn it. God damn it.
I hate all of you.
Just here wiggling my toes. All right, people. All right.
All right, that's on.
That was
Wow.
you, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Anyway, as we continue along, your long rest ends. What did everybody get for their roles in totality? Selvin, Beatum, and Victor.
Victor, 20, dirty.
19.
17.
17. So, although you toss and turn and are plagued by bad dreams, you wake up, you don't feel quite as rested as would be nice, but there are no other ill effects to your bad dreams. And the beginning of is this the second day of travel?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes.
The beginning of the second day of travel starts much like yesterday, and as you look around, not much seems that different. You are still on the Shadow Road. You are in an area of roughly moonlit lightness, but see no moon. It doesn't really change day or night around you, but just based on your own circadian rhythms and your guide, you know that the day has begun. And as I said, much like yesterday, you continue down this road, surrounded by this shadowy forest on all sides. let's get you on the road. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. We got some inspirations. We got 2 blues and a red. Is that where we're at? Is that what's happening? Is that what I see?
And my yellow is that I have a stealth disadvantage because I have the half plate.
Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. So, begin the day traveling down the road. A couple hours goes by, and it's relatively uneventful. You are once again surrounded on all sides by this forest. You occasionally see and hear creatures darting. You still have that perpetual kind of weight on your shoulders. The hair on the back of your neck always is kind of standing up, and you always feel that there are eyes on you. But when you look around, there's nothing there. Your guide seems unaffected by these things and continues to lead you down this road. Roughly about midday, though, as you continue your journey, you see and hear, coming towards you down the road, 3 figures. Token layer. They are far to the right, yeah. On the middle bit. As you watch them come towards you, they seem to almost be stumbling. And you hear them laughing and kind of shoving each other in what seems like a playful way. And as they get closer, you can see that they're passing around a wineskin.
Oh.
And then one of them notices you and says, "Oh, what is this? Travelers on our shadow road, and only one shadow fae amongst them? We cannot allow this to stand now, can we? Quintor, Shanlis, what say you?" No, we cannot let this go. We simply cannot. That is correct. We simply can't.
Sylvan, do you know these bumbling fools?
Do I recognize them at all?
You do not recognize them specifically, but you recognize the type. Kind of moonlit king servant, kind of a libertine, you would say. The 3 of them seem to be well dressed, somewhat ornately, and well intoxicated at this point. And they continue on. Well, there you have it. But seeing as how, despite our clearly superior skills, there are 6 of you and only 3 of us, it seems like a duel to the blood is what is called for. Which of you will accept this challenge, or do none of you have any honor? And the lead in the front pulls out this kind of velvet glove from behind his back of his pouch and throws it down at your feet and stumbles a little bit, ripping the wineskin from his friend and taking a little bit more before tossing it to the side.
I will give you 1 chance to retract your challenge.
So it is you then! You accept my duel!
Very well.
Excuse me, Sylvan. I hate to say this, but we have a bit of a negative experience with duels. We prefer to kill enemies as a group.
So the child has no honor!
No, none.
They are my employers. I must do as they say.
I
Your
think
gold is
Brian
more
looks
important.
thirsty. What do you say?
Honor gets you killed, and that's about what's going to happen right now.
Brian could use a drink.
Is there blood in that wine sack?
At this point, there is not even wine.
That's too bad.
So what shall it be? Will you duel to the blood? Or are you honorless fools?
Elvin will look back.
We don't have
Beat him
time for
starts-
this.
Yeah, Beatum starts sorting through his cloak for like cards. Burn them, fry them with lightning, cards in their heads, chop them in half.
The two in the back kind of overhear a little bit of this and kind of are looking at each other like, and maybe they seem not quite as intoxicated as the lead guy, but the one in front at this point has pulled out this like thin rapier and it's just like kind of whipping like tall grasses with it and is completely ambivalent to what's going on, like hand on hip, like short across the shoulder. Who will it be? Who will it be?
I will cast Misty Step and end up behind him
Okay.
and attempt to grapple him.
All right. Roll a strength check. And as you grab him and appear behind him, he said, "Unhand me!" Ah, shit.
I'm just gonna bless that just to make sure this goes well. Sweet.
Ooh,
All right. So, strength for these guys, not their best. I do believe I might even have a picture of him. Nope, I don't. So, for his strength check, as he struggles in your grasp, he is not the strongest. And you wrap your arms around him and have him pinned behind you. And he looks back to you and is like, "What are you doing?"
Selvin, do you need the Black God to place his blessing upon this mountain?
I'm certain that he will rethink his demands now. Isn't that right?
And then Victor, I guess, is on the other side just to provide her with a little bit of a boost. So he doesn't also grapple, but he's standing right up in his face.
Gotcha. And as you're doing that, from behind you, you hear shing, shing, and footsteps running towards you.
Beatum will immediately pull out the tower card and cast Wall of Force.
As
between
you
them.
pull out your card, I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, well, I tried.
That was great, Janelle.
It was calculated.
Row indeed.
So don't read this because it's a stat block, but I will show you this for the picture.
Whoa.
Dick. He looks like a butt.
Music's a bit loud. All right.
My second roll is for Brian.
Okay. Did you guys click your tokens as you did it?
Yes.
We will see here in a second.
Did I clear from the last time?
Probably
Is another question. Probably not. I
Roll
did.
again.
Yes, for the win.
Let's pretend
So I have
like
Dariana, Victor, Cutter, and Beatum.
Elvin did not click her token.
Hey, Cam. Good to see you.
Hey, Savaras, how's it going? Hello, Amerison as well. I'm actually going to roll individually for each of these guys since there's only 3. So this guy, add turn.
Whoa. These guys are fast.
This guy.
Yeah, these guys are fast.
How's the music for you? It feels very loud for me.
Let's come down just a tiny
yeah, I
bit.
turned it
Yeah,
down
you
a
can come
notch.
down a bit.
All right. And then the last one will be an 18. All right. Is everybody in here? We got Dariana, Victor, Cutter, and Beatum. So we need Brian. And what did he get?
19.
19. And then who? 1, 2. Oh, is it Sullivan?
Yep, 12.
Add turn, and you got a 12.
And I think you're going to go before me.
Into descending order. And yeah, you're pretty far down there. I will say beat him. That you were reacting to his initial reaction. So I will, although you don't go first, will go in response to his turn.
Okay.
And then everyone else can react. So to start it off, as you were holding him and he was kind of drunkenly just like wiggling in your grasp, trying to get away with very little strength left in him, drunk past the point of that extra drunk strength, you heard those blades clear their sheaths behind you. And suddenly you feel this piercing into your back as one strikes into you. Well, may or may not feel a piercing depending on how he rolls. Let's say that. So, with his first strike, he strikes, I assume true, with his rapier, and you feel this like hot burning as it pierces your back, for a total of, let's bring up the roll. That'll be 7 points of damage. And right as you feel that rapier pull out of you, he strikes again. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, I am.
And
not
you feel
feeling
this
my
slash across your back. And can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please? The other question I have for you is, do you have any damage immunities?
Poison.
So as this dagger slashes across your back, you take an additional 6 points of damage, and you feel this heat kind of enter your body, but seem to feel no ill effects from it. And you see this beat him as this Shadow Fae races in and stabs and slashes across Selvin. You had a card pulled out in your hand.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to cast Wall of Force.
Okay.
Let me put that up into the spells, or into the VTT. Let's go. Let's play in VTT. So, basically, I'm going to put a line that is a 1/4 inch thick and impenetrable. 10 foot. So I'm gonna do 100 feet, and I'm gonna try and angle it so that it cuts off Sylvan from them. So let me do a little draw here, and we'll see if I can make it work perfectly. Basically, it'll be like right there to. Oops, not right there. Let's not do that. See if I can move it just slightly. Come here, you. I'm so good at Roll20. Let's get this out of here because this is killing the vibe.
If only something on TAA was switching to Foundry.
Mm.
Merkborg will be.
Let's see here. There's reasons for the hype. Faux show, can't wait. Okay, basically right there. Let's see here, and let me measure that distance to see if that's like the correct length. Ryan, can you measure that for me? Because I'm having difficulty doing it
No
right.
problem. It seems close enough.
Sure.
Do you think it's too long or too short?
It's probably too short.
Oh. It is 95 feet to the
Perfect.
pitch.
That's perfect. Okay.
All right, that works. All right.
Glad to hear that.
So,
we might need something a little different.
So you pull the card out, and suddenly this invisible, impenetrable wall of force shows up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
Correct.
And they can't see it. It's
Right.
it's impenetrable.
But it kind of fills the space in front of him. So as he is like slashing back with this dagger, suddenly he's almost like pushed back as this invisible wall just appears in front of him.
Yeah.
And are you doing anything else for right now?
I'm gonna walk forward and then stand right there, and that's about it.
All right. So Victor, what you see is Salvin get attacked from behind by these two other kind of drunken libertines. And Victor, and then beat him, pull out a card, and then just be like, all right, and walk forward. What are you doing?
Okay, so is Selvin still holding the guy in front of me?
Yep. Wrapped
Cool.
up.
So if I make a melee spell attack, will that have advantage on him right there? Cantrip.
So you're flanking him. It's not an advantage.
Oh,
He has a
flank.
-2 to
Okay.
his AC.
Perfect.
You're right.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So Victor has this cantrip called Decay. So his hand like reaches out. So he's kind of got that crazy shield. His hand reaches out, and it starts having this black kind of smoke, I guess, that kind of come off of his hand, and he's just going to kind of bitch slap this guy across the face. And it's a spell called Decay from Midgard.
Okay.
And so let's go ahead and see if it hits. Hopefully,
Do you have? Can you put that into the VTT,
I will.
or is
yeah.
it not entered?
No, I can. I typed it up. Here we go. So I'll cast on VTT with a normal roll.
You have to hit the display to VTT up in the
Did-
corner after you.
Oh, gotcha. And then hit display to GT. Gotcha. Thanks, Andy. There you go. There's the display.
All right. Right before I start reading Decay, Source of Victory, thank you for the contribution to the challenge. I'm going to do a challenge in the chat. Don't forget, if and when we reach the thing, I made Jess agree to DM something at some point, and we will see what that is. And we are at, oh man, how close are we? 92%. 92%.
We're gonna be
Oh,
there so.
Yeah, we're gonna be there soon. Yes. Could we get a Sursa in the chat, please? Drop those Sursa emotes if you have them. Thank you much. Thank you, Ducky, for that contribution as well. Amara-san, it's gonna happen tonight. Now that one person did it, Sursa opened the floodgates. 93%. So Decay, as you reach out with this shadowy hand onto. Yep, there's even more. I think we're at like 95%.
Nice.
You make a melee
Yes,
spell
yes.
attack against a creature that you touch on a hit, which you definitely do. The target takes 1d10 necrotic damage. If the target is tiny or small, which he is not,
It's gonna be 3d10 because I'm 11th level. I'm
You are
12th level
11th level.
with 3d10.
Okay, so you reach out, and if the target is a tiny or small non-magical object that isn't being, so you can do it to an object.
Yeah, because it can decay stuff. But my idea here
Interesting.
is that I want to do a lot of damage to him, and then if he's
Right.
still standing, I'm gonna slap the touch of death on him.
Okay. All right. So you definitely hit. So go ahead and roll your damage for that.
Yeah, I think it automatically rolled, so it's 22 necrotic.
Oh, yep. So 22 points of damage. And he seems unhappy with this sudden grasp on you.
So when he looks unhappy, then I put Chernobog's touch onto him, which is
Gotcha.
29 extra hit points of damage.
29 extra hit points of damage, and this is all necrotic damage, correct?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. Extra necrotic, and then I think I still have a bonus action because I don't think that takes like a bonus action for the. I think that's
It is
part of
just
it.
it is just a cantrip, yeah. So you can do a
Cool.
bonus action spell on top of that if
So-
you'd like.
For the bonus action, because I just use a cantrip, I'm going to use spiritual weapon, and it's gonna
Okay.
the Rothinian hammer is gonna appear right here, between these two knuckleheads on the other side of the wall, and then is the guy next to her? I guess is the one that stabbed her, so I'm going to take a whack at him.
Gotcha.
Do you want me to go ahead and throw that up in the thing too?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you your weapon right here. Let me give you control of it.
Cool.
And also don't forget that you are unaware that there is a wall there.
Oh, then I would. Okay, cool. So basically,
But
the guy
if you
that
would've-
stabbed her.
Yeah, if you would have put it on the other side, then it makes sense. It would still penetrate through the wall, correct? Like a spell would beat him.
I
No,
just
it's
want to
not.
whack both of the guys. So
Yeah, I
want
don't believe it can go through there.
So the spell itself can't be cast through the wall.
No, the spell can because
Gotcha.
but like if you like tried to cast like Ray of Frost or something.
Right,
wouldn't
but
go
since
through the
spiritual
wall.
weapon summons it on the other side of the wall, then
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would be
absolutely.
it would make sense. Okay, all right.
I always try
So-
to put it like right between the two guys, so like right
No,
here.
absolutely. Yeah. So you have control of the hammer, so put it where
Oh,
you
cool.
would like it. Yeah.
So here, and then if this is the guy that stabbed her, that's
It's
the guy.
it's this bottom guy down here. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. And then I'm pretty sure spiritual hammer at let's see here, 4th level is the 2d8. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and slap that up in the BTT. Then I'll cast it. I think I have to click it again. Oh, there we go. Ooh, yeah. There we go. And
So 27 hit, absolutely, and 14 points of damage.
14
Okay.
force damage.
So suddenly this hammer, this guy kind of like almost gets pushed back by this wall and then just gets fucking bonked by this Rothinian warhammer for 14 points of damage. All right, are you doing anything else?
I think that's all the stuff, and I think it's better for me just to stay here, so I'm just gonna stay here.
Absolutely. All right, so Brian, your blood elemental familiar at this point, what is Bri doing?
Let's see. He is going to move forward. I guess here. And he's going to
Okay.
do 2 slam attacks.
All right.
Oh man. Okay. Brian slam.
Brian slam.
Oh,
Did you crit?
Oh.
Wow.
Crit slam.
Ooh!
Crit slam.
He
Crit
critted last week too.
Slam. He did.
Yeah.
All right.
One Punch
Okay.
Man.
So what is his
Oh,
damage
yeah.
dice? What's his damage dice for the slam?
What do I have here? 2d8 plus 3.
So 2d8 plus 3. So you automatically get 16 points of damage plus your 10. So 26 points of damage on your first slam on this guy. Okay. He is wobbling even more on his feet now. And this is from these attacks, not from how drunk he is. And with your 18, you strike true again, and he just bam, bam with these big bloody mitts right in Selvin's grasp, and is just knocking this guy farther and farther down in her hands, and that is an additional 11 points of damage. He doesn't look great. I'll say that. Looking a bit rough. Is Brian doing anything else?
No, he'll stay there.
Okay. Next up is this guy. So he was not pushed back by the wall of force. He is going to try to walk through, sword raised, to stab in at Sylvan. And he just, like, smushes up against this wall. And then is kind of exploring along it for a second and can't seem to do anything. He is going to do nothing. Strike at this wall and start moving along it, trying to investigate how far it goes, and then is just impotent, and can do nothing. Cutter, you kind of see this happening as Brian rushes up and slams, and Selvin's getting stabbed in the back, and Victor walks up and just like necro slaps this guy. Suddenly you see this Shadow Fae smush up against the wall and then kind of like mime his way along this wall. And it's something that you've seen before from Daring Combat. You remember this kind of thing from the Stone Galleries when the charging Imperial ghouls kind of smashed into a wall. So you at least would get the sense of kind of what's happening. And what are you going to do?
I'm gonna move. I guess I need a dash to get all the way up here. And I'm going to take an attack.
You can dash
I'll
as a
take
bonus
it.
action, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you race all the way up to him with your half sword of the Margrave, and
Yep.
you strike
Take a
so
swing.
true. You pierce this guy, and Selvin just feels this like right next to her as you actually stab through him, but miss her in her arms. And what is the damage that you're doing?
And then I gotta do my sneak attack as well. So 19 plus 10, so 29 total damage.
29 damage. As you pierce this guy through with your half sword of the Margrave, itself a somewhat fey blade, he squeaks one more time and is just like, unhand me, and then just falls limp in Selvin's grasp. He had exactly 29 hit points left.
Perfect.
It took half a round to take down 117 hit points. So Selvin, as this body falls limp in your arms, what are you doing?
I'm going to discard it, turn, and say, "You have one chance to run. Say now, or this will befall you as well." And then she backs up a bit.
Given the opportunity, they both drop their rapiers and just sprint into the trees on the side of the road.
The hammer can't whack him, can it? Because it's not a person.
It's not a person. If you guys want to continue, we can stay in initiative order, but if you want to just let them run, that is your call.
Sylvan, should we question them?
I doubt they'll remember it in the morning, but if you wish, I have no objections. They are peasants.
I have not met many of your kind, but if you do not think they're useful, let me just take the skull of this one, and then Victor, if she just dropped the body right there, he's gonna kneel over the body and then pull that little knife out of his boot, and then kind of gauge like the size of his head. Kind of look at Cutter, seeing if Cutter wants the face of the Shadow Fae.
I do.
Eden's gonna drop the.
I've never
drop
had
the
Fae
Wolf Horse.
before.
So
So-
Victor steps away for a second to let
So
Cutter do his
so
thing.
as you're clearly entering conversation and going for the skull face harvest combo, I will say that combat ends. We are out of initiative, and you just see these two idiots racing drunkenly into the Shadow Fae forest away from you.
Jason, I thought we were the two idiots for a second. Yeah, so I'm gonna basically wait till Cutter does his thing.
Gotcha. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Heterotic. So Cutter, what are you doing with this Shadow Fae that's fallen before you?
Cut his face off.
Okay.
it's
Can you?
still
It's
in,
been a
decent
while.
order.
It's been a while. Can you roll me a face cutting check, please?
Yeah, I don't know if I have it in here. It was a proficiency, right?
It's dexterity plus your proficiency because you have
Yeah.
basically the face cutting tools, the little tool kit that you have put together of kind of blades and straps and snaps.
Yeah,
And,
okay. So I'm gonna
stuff
have to
like that,
manually
yeah.
do it because I don't have a listing. But let me just manually.
yeah.
do
So
it
it's
real
just
quick.
dex. It's just dex plus proficiency.
And then plus. Oh my god, a 1. Plus 9. Oh, but I can't, right?
You can't.
Automatic.
I mean, so you
I
get
can't
a
roll a
1.
You have
So
expertise.
you get. So here's the thing. We discovered we decided this before. You definitely still get a red card because you rolled a 1.
Okay.
But your minimum ability score is a 10, if I remember correctly from your feature.
Correct.
You can't get below a 10 plus your proficiency.
Right.
And what's your proficiency bonus?
Plus 4. Well, if it's my dex plus my proficiency, that'll be plus 9.
So just your proficiency bonus, because the roll
So
was your dex
14.
roll. You got a 1, but it's a 10. So you got a 14 to carve this guy's face off. So
Yeah.
it's all right. It's passable. Your hand slips a little bit in kind of like the right like temple area. So there's this like a little piece here. You do have like in your kit, if you want to throw like maybe a stitch in it to keep it together. But it's not the best face removal you've ever done.
I'll just
but if-
shrug and then eat it.
Oh, all right.
Victor.
All right. So just
Victor's-
like fruit roll up style, just like eat the Shadow Fae face.
Maybe next
Victor
time.
seems-
And also for rolling a 1, can we get a luck in chat again? You are going to get you're gonna get a red card.
Mm.
So let me add that to your. Let me add that to the. To the luck thing here. We'll edit this. And Jason. All right, save changes, and then let me just open up the overlay real quick. And Jason, you now have 1 red card.
Thanks for the sub.
5
who's subbed?
months. 5
Hey,
months.
Saul.
Saul?
Thank you so much for the resub. What's going on, Saul? 5 months. Have we been really affiliate for 5 months? That's crazy. So we've been streaming for 6 months. It feels, I don't know why it feels like, I don't know if that feels like a long time or a short time. So, you finish kind of harvesting this body or harvesting this face. Again, it's not the best one you've ever done. So you just kind of fruit roll up it like into your mouth and eat it. And then as you kind of step away, Victor, like you now see this, faceless, body laying on the ground in front of you. What are you going to do?
Yeah, not your best work, Cutter. I agree. That's probably better for eating. Not as pretty as that last face we got in Zobek. And then he kind of all of a sudden just gets really focused on this body, and then pulls his dagger kind of out of his boot, and then there's no skin left on the skull, so he kind of like peels it back and then sticks it like right under where the spine is and kind of pops it, and then takes the skull out. And then he's gonna come south here, and he has not prayed to Chernobog in quite a while, and I don't think he's ever prayed in the Shadow Fae to him, and so he builds a little cairn like right here, just with the 3 little kind of sticks there from out of his pack, and a little bit of incense, and then he puts a light cantrip like into the skull, so kind of like this eerie kind of red light comes out of its eye sockets. Does this Shadow Fae have horns?
So I'm gonna say yes. What's interesting about the art of the Shadow Fae across like Cobalt Press is like half do and half don't. So I don't know where the consistency is, but we're just gonna say all Shadow Fae have horns regardless of the art. So yes, it does have horns.
So yeah, so he just kind of, then he quietly, like, there's not a lot of words in the prayers to Chernobog, so he just whispers the word Spasiva, and then snuffs out the light, and then he just walks back, and his spiritual hammer disappears. Selvin, I think we need to get going. Yes.
Are you very done with it? And she sort of kicks the corpse.
Are you guys doing anything else with the body at all?
Has anyone
or
searched it for
Yeah,
anything
I wanna-
useful?
Yeah, I want to search it. Yeah.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
Hey, you already had your fun. Why don't you help me? Damn it!
All right, I'll help him. I'll help him. I need help.
I'll give you advantage if that's
All right,
okay
your
with
little
Ryan.
hands. I need your little hands, beat him.
He
didn't
uses
say
his
toes.
toes for the really good
I didn't say
investigation.
toes.
No,
He kicks
I
off a boot
never
and is just
said toes.
I might
All right,
poke my,
advantage. All right,
my
here we go.
tender toesies on something sharp. I'd rather use my hands.
okay.
I'm gonna bless
as
it
you.
just for the hell of it.
All right.
18.
All right, let me get to your bless in here. Remove one of those. Down to only 11 blesses, people. Gotta use them.
Man.
Gotta use them.
Yeah.
I have 9 banes, so I gotta start using those as well. So what'd you get? An 18. So as I said before, his he is well dressed. Doesn't really have a lot of armor to speak of on it. But you see, he is carrying a rapier, and a dagger. There is no money pouch on him. You get the sense that he's like, I don't know, probably like rich poor. You know what I mean? Like the outfit he's wearing is incredibly nice, but his boots seem a little bit worn. But you find a rapier and you find an incredibly ornate dagger.
All right. Anything special that I noticed about the rapier at all?
It appears to be a functional, if slightly ornate, rapier, but it doesn't match the dagger. And the dagger seems, again, to be like.
Yeah, I'll keep that. I'll leave the rapier.
Okay.
And any blood that's coming from the sky, Brian's kind of just like inching towards him. Is going to try to take all his blood.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, I mean, after Victor does what it's kind of like this trifecta, right? So like Cutter comes in and like cuts off the face, right? Victor comes in and like peels the rest of the skin off the head and like snaps, the neck to take the skull away to make his little cairn like worship to Chernobog. And then Brian comes in and just kind of
Cleans up the
slurps.
mess.
Yeah. So that all that's really left at this point is just a headless, like dried up, pruned skeleton in this kind of like reddish, damp, like fine clothes. You basically have like a raisin Shadow Fae, and that's kind of all that's left lying there on the road. Are you doing anything beyond that?
Elvin will attempt to drag it away from the center of the road.
Okay.
Just maybe 20, 50 feet.
So just kind of chuck it into the woods and.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
And while
Is
we
this
move on,
commonplace
I want to
on-
keep an eye out. Sorry,
Hmm.
go ahead.
That's okay. Is this commonplace? Is it something that happens on the road? Drunken fools asking for a duel.
I have met many here and elsewhere. I fear that drunken fools are not specific to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
It's very much true among the Kriv. I tell you this.
You are more capable than I initially supposed. I am happy for it.
We're splendid. Shall we move on?
We shall. And she continues on.
So, side note, Janelle, Dre, the Shadow Fae, his first move in Ryan's game was to Misty Step behind a person, and he immediately almost got killed by these barbed devil things.
Oh,
Nice.
that was a knockdown drag out.
I was freaking out. I was freaking out a little bit when you basically jumped into the same situation at level 12. It's great.
Well, yeah, level 12 is a little different than I think level
Yeah.
5 when we started, or level 3.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
we're 3.
No, yeah, you done fucked up big at that point. You almost died.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you almost died like first or second session. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to hear about that, go check out
Yeah.
session 0 to hear about the 30 sessions that we did prior to streaming. You can actually see that on our brand new website, which Janelle made for us. And it's got links to all of our YouTubes and stuff like that. So the session 0 is just like a recap of the 30 episodes, the 30 sessions we had prior to streaming. So go check that out. As you kind of mop up, what are you doing?
Sylvan doesn't
Following
have
our
anything
guide.
to do. Yeah. She will wait for them to collect their belongings and continue on.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You collect your things, and as you get back to the 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we missing a token? Did I delete somebody? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5. We got 5. Okay.
It's just that you're used to having
Sylvester on the thing.
Sylvester
Yeah.
as
It's
well.
just
Yeah.
I'm missing it. Yeah. It's just a lot less tokens than where there was like a Cordelia and an Annie and a Familiar and like two NPC allies, and it seems bare with only 6 tokens. So as you continue to make your way down the road, I assume there are times where you might stop and take a rest for the time, maybe eat as you continue the road, but the rest of your day goes relatively uneventfully. You make progress. Selvin seems happy with the progress that you have made. It's not like you're behind because of these few encounters that you have had. And at some point, she lets you know that it is time for rest. It is quote unquote nighttime here on the Shadow Road. So what are you going to do?
This time, Selvin is going to take a little bit of extra time and find a slightly more secluded location rather than just off the road.
Okay. All right.
Vito,
so
this
as-
time, try not to wander about.
Oh, I'll do my best. Basically, it's a no promises.
That's what I figured.
So, Selvin, why don't you roll me investigation or survival, whichever one is higher for you, whichever one you'd like to use. Yeah, so you're gone for 20 to 30 minutes, but when you come back, you kind of inform the party that, again, like you just said, as opposed to just being off the road, you have found a little kind of clearing a little bit deeper into the forest on the side of the Shadow Road. And with the time that you were away, you would have, I assume, scouted a little bit more than you did the previous night. Yeah. And yeah, so you then lead the party to that clearing.
should be a little bit more secluded than our last location. Get
Oh,
comfortable.
Sylvan, I did not sleep very well last night. Do you have any suggestions?
Sleep well tonight.
Have you never traveled with humans before?
Yes, I have. However,
Is Victor hitting on Selva?
If he is, he doesn't realize it.
I can make us hidden, but only for an hour at a time. It doesn't quite cover the full rest.
I was just thinking, we traveled through a forest called Margrave. We get these bracelets protect us. Do you have something that can protect my dreams from these fucking nightmares?
Unfortunately not.
I guess I stand first watch then. I'm not looking forward to sleeping tonight. 15. So Victor would like to stand the first watch. So.
All right.
As Beatum is getting ready to lay down, he pulls out some of his cards and finds a new one.
Mm.
Oh, this is new. 3 of coins. I wonder what it does. And he starts to play around with it. Oh, that's nice. Come here, Victor. You'll like this.
Yes, Beatum. Very interested.
Night, Steph.
Having a night, Steph. Thank you so much for being here.
Sleep well.
Good dreams.
So Beatum flips the card, and a tiny little dagger is on the card. Here, take this.
And, is it the size of his hand? Is it tiny? Like
It's pretty tiny. Like it would be like a letter opener.
So he kind of looks at it in his palm and it's like he's seen a lot of crazy shit with you, but this one's just weird. Beatum is. I'm scared to ask, but is this what they call a Nimheim toe dagger? Very small.
It is small, but it is not for stabbing anyone except for yourself. Touch it to your forehead.
You're saying touch the forehead now?
With the dagger, yes, do it.
Peyton. Oh, shit. Okay. My friend, only because I trust you, let's try this. And Victor really is going slow. He's just, what the fuck? And then right before he touches his forehead, he pulls it back down. And he kind of is looking at Beatum and just seeing, is Beatum fucking with him or not? Is this a prank?
Beatum is just waiting. Hurry. We don't have all night. I need to get to sleep.
All right. So Victor puts a small vertical cut across his forehead.
As the blood trickles down your nose, you feel the skin split apart and a third eye basically takes shape on your forehead, and it allows you to have dark vision for the next 8 hours.
Well, if we're counting, I'd say it's technically 2 eyes.
It's too bad you could not put. I like here, but if you could put where old one was, that would be better. But
Victor, I was worried you were about to rid yourself of your other eye.
Thank you very much, Beatum. This should help on watch this evening. Yeah. I appreciate you, my friend.
Well, I'm going to sleep now. And with that, you look down at your hand, and the dagger's gone. It's just disappeared from your hand.
Yeah, and as you kind of walk away, you feel. I use thaumaturgy cantrip, and I put a slight tremor beneath your toes, just to let you know how happy I am with it.
Oh. What is? What is this? Are there earthquakes in the Shadow Roads? I'm going to
Then-
have to find a solid place to sleep.
When he hears Beatum say that, you just hear the Kareev like, like you know he's fucking with you. He's like 30, 40 feet away.
Mm.
So as Victor, with his fresh new eye and night vision associated with it, takes first watch. Cutter, clearly, again, I assume you will be in your trance, partially watching.
Yeah.
Is anyone else taking first watch with him? All right. So Victor, you're going solo. Who's on second watch?
Well, I have Cutter's half a cutter, right?
Right.
Yeah, I have
I can be on
disadvantage.
second.
Okay. So you and Brian on second, and then
Selvin would go third.
with Beatum.
Is there only a third, or will there be a fourth?
Do you need four? I mean, you could do four. We could split it up into shorter chunks if you want.
Yeah, let's split it up into shorter chunks.
So
That
everyone's
way
just
I
got like
can
a 2-hour
screw
watch.
it up for everybody.
There you go.
When most people are done, though.
So, as you all kind of settle in for the evening, slightly more apprehensive, especially after the events of last night, each of you take your turn on watch. And although you do hear the same thing you've been hearing, you hear the sounds in the forests, you still feel that oppressive weight around you. The night goes by uneventfully as each of you take your turn watching and then resting. And then the morning comes as Selvin finishes up the watch and rouses all of you to start the third day of your journey.
Then
Complete long rest.
I'm sorry, was there a question?
So we complete our long rest.
Yes, you do you have a long rest. So all of the things associated with your long rests happen, and you begin the day fresh, 5e style, as if nothing ever happened to you.
oh goodness, I keep forgetting that I need to roll portents. So here we go.
Nice.
Ooh,
That's a
them
good
some
one, Beatum.
low
Yes.
Yeah. Lower highs are good. You just don't want 10s, really. So, as the journey begins, are you guys doing anything different? Are you saying anything? Is anything happening? Or are you just kind of getting along with yet another kind of rote journey as you...
I want to pay a little more careful attention to our surroundings now that we've been approached by two groups. So maybe scout ahead a little bit.
Okay, all right,
Not
absolutely.
really far, but just, yeah.
Just a little bit. why
Selvin
don't you
will
roll?
match your distance, though stay on the road so everyone else can see
Okay.
her.
Perception, you said?
So, no, investigation. No. So Selvin leads ahead, and Cutter is kind of like scouting the sides off the road, and you just like matching pace. Is that what?
Yeah.
Is that kind of what?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Victor was
So
pretty.
yeah.
Victor was pretty thrilled about the night with the dark vision, so he offers Beatum to carry him, like how he did back when Beatum was all worn out. So if you'd like the
Gotcha.
baby Beatum.
So you have this
You can
literal
do your-
eye that opens up on your forehead?
Well, I think it went away.
It would
by
be
now.
gone
It goes
now.
away.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it like
8 hours.
opened up again, like when you needed to see in the dark. or
Yeah,
what.
he's traveled with Beatum long enough though that he's pretty stoked that he knows now like it's an option,
Yeah.
and so he wants to pay him back and kind of give those beautiful toes a rest.
Oh.
All
I
right.
would be
I
lying
think-
if I said
I think we
wasn't
beat that dead horse about as
interested.
far as we can get
Yeah,
it to
everybody
go.
take a drink when you hear toes.
Yeah.
So do you want to go on shoulders or carried, like in a pack?
Shoulders will be fine.
Beat him, Bjorn.
There we go.
He's just like sitting, like the legs dangling, like on both sides of your head, like.
Severus.
Wow. All right. So you could roll perception too if you want instead. That's fine.
Okay.
Hmm.
A little one.
Hey,
Is
buddy.
it time?
Yep,
Oh.
it's time.
It's time.
It was just a baby for a
quick.
second.
Quick. Yeah. If you lean back, you'll disappear, and the baby will
Yeah.
just be in the thing. There you go. There's baby Beatum. Yay.
Hey, bro.
Hi. Ah, yes. The wave.
Hey, baby.
Yes. Time for sleepy sleeps. Okay, here we go. Say hi to mama. Oh no. He's just like, I want to play in the room.
Yeah.
I hate you all at this point. Oh my goodness.
What an awesome little boy.
You need to start saying this instead of typing it.
I was gonna say you get inspiration. You
Yeah,
have it
I
already,
know.
but all you get is chatspiration now. So as you begin the start of your third day, we are actually going to take a quick break. I'm trying to get better about remembering that it is 8:30. It is 8:23, close enough. So we are going to just take a couple of minutes, and we will be back shortly. Stick around. Hello and welcome back to the Adventure Archive. So far today, I don't know, the last couple sessions we've just evolved into just a lot of toe talk and goofiness. But as of this session, we started after the morning after the party was attacked by a number of shadows and overshadows, and they had an extremely restless sleep. And as they continued their journey, they ran into a couple of drunken shadow fae young men looking for a duel, and that duel turned into a slaughter of their leader, who then had his face eaten, his head cut off, and his body drained of blood. The rest ran away. And then the party has since continued down the Shadow Road on the way to Seawall in the Southlands. Seawall in the Southlands, looking for the Grave Binders. Hello, Sursa. Can we get a Sursa in the chat and dump all those Sursa emotes if you could, please? I think we're about done with the toe talk. I think we've kind of we've kind of
Very dead.
yeah, we killed it. We killed it hard.
Yeah. we'll
So, do we have that Sursa toe emote though that we?
No.
Anyway,
No.
as hello, take the Michael. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So as we continue our journey for today, you begin today as you've done the last couple of days, and head out on the Shadow Road again with this oppressive shadow around you. And you again make it to roughly midday.
As Cutter is going back and forth. Cutter, why are you traveling with these people? Generally, those of your persuasion do not associate yourselves with the living.
It's a job. It's a very, very long story.
We have time.
Well, I don't believe I paid you to give information. Just to get us to the other end of this thing.
Understood. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm not offended. This is just me.
No. She's just like, all right, okay. She'll fall back a little bit to be closer to the group.
Gotcha. Are you still you're still scouting out and about?
Yeah, I am. Yep.
Gotcha. Roll me another perception check.
Okay.
A little better than the last one. So yeah, you notice actually up ahead of you, that the forest kind of starts to kind of end actually, and it opens up around the edge in the distance. And as all of you are moving forward, you notice this. And Selvin, you know what this is. As the forest surrounding the Shadow Road disappears, you see what appears to be an inky black river sluggishly flowing across your path. The road leads directly to this strange body of water, and shows signs of a ford at the river's edge. And across the river, you see what appears to be just an expanse of grassland before the forest picks back up. And let me show you that.
Hmm.
And what you notice, let's do it just like I don't know if you'll be able to see this. You notice a kind of forward along this water, like roughly like this way. And by forward, I mean it's this deep river. Wow, that's terrible, but it is what it is. You see, it's roughly 75-ish feet to the other side of this river, and you see what appears to be this kind of like higher area in the water. It's still about waist high, if you were to enter there, but it appears to be through this kind of like flowing inky river. It appears to be a crossing there. It's about 10 feet wide.
Selvin,
This is my least favorite part. If you don't mind, come close.
Selvin, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Earlier when we traveled together without you, I had the misfortune of sinking underneath sewage, and learned gift from Chernobyl to walk on water. Would this be useful here, or Shadowfay River too dangerous?
I think anything might help. The water, if you can call it that, is poisonous, and it is home to quite a few things we may not wish to encounter, if possible.
If you think it would be useful, we spend a little bit of time. I've already gathered that skull for us. I could give ability to walk across liquid surface. It would be like solid ground. We can do, all of us. It will last for hours. Would this be good?
I think it would be very useful, yes.
How long does it take to cast that?
Well, so I can either do it as a spell or I can do it as a ritual. And so it's one of the spells I have as a ritual just to save slots. So I think, wasn't a ritual like 10 minutes or something like that? Instead of
11. Yeah. 10 plus the original casting time.
Yeah, so if we're okay, if you guys are feeling like it, we could take 10 minutes, and I can give us all the ability to move across the liquid surface.
While you look like you're beginning to do that, Selvin will make a gesture and say a few words. We are less noticeable now.
Oh, nice.
Pass without a trace.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Gotcha.
It just get darker. I think it got darker.
No. It looks as if you just push, it's... Never mind.
I feel like the shadows are hugging me. I don't like that.
These are useful shadows.
As you settle into your ritual, the noises of the forest around you suddenly stop.
Selvin looks immediately concerned.
I'm going to put Brian in the bag.
As Victor continues his ritual and Brian is being stuffed into the bag of holding, from the forest, you begin to hear noises again. And behind you, exiting through the forest,
Shit.
You see what appears to be these creatures
Oh my god.
walking out towards you.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
that's awesome.
These small black-eyed children are dragging their feet out of the forest towards you. Branches sticking out from their hair as they have this giant smile that doesn't quite reach their black eyes. And as they move towards you, flanking them, you see what appear to be a number of these kind of purplish glowing creatures that you would know to be specters. And in the back, kind of marshaling these forces forward, you see this giant shadowy figure, arm raised, pointing out towards you. This wraith-like figure marshaling these black-eyed orphans and specters towards you. And as they move towards you, I need you all to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Choose our token.
Don't forget to push your tokens.
I want to bless it. Can I do that?
If you really want to.
Maybe it doesn't matter.
Ryan, just kind of a DM type question is so obviously the ritual is not going to go through. So the way I read this spell though, I could cast this as an action while everybody was within 30 feet of me. Or is that have I blown the opportunity to cast it as a spell?
So you started a ritual that has been interrupted. So if you
Yeah.
want to cast this spell on your turn, you could cast the spell,
Okay.
the ritual that you had
Okay.
going, unless
Yeah.
you choose to continue the ritual for the
No.
next 8 minutes while you're in combat. It
Yeah.
dissipates.
Yeah. I just was wondering if it ruins the ability to use that spell. Okay. So okay, cool. Thank you.
So I have Victor, I have Selvin, I have Beatum, I have Cutter, I have Dariana. Is that everybody? Yeah, because Brian's put away in the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is everybody. So as you are kind of focusing on this inky black river that Selvin has told you she is aware of, this is actually the River Leth. There is a ford through this there you can see just in front of you. And coming out from the forest behind you, you see these black-eyed smiling children and these specters being marshaled forward by a wraith. Cutter, what are you doing?
I'm actually just gonna ready an arrow, kind of edging my way toward the river. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. All right. Are you going to, so are you going to move closer to the river?
Yeah, I'll just be like on the shoreline. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm readying.
Selvin, what are you readying it for? What is the triggering?
I'm gonna
action
ready
for
an
that?
attack at just the closest creepy girl.
So when they move forward, or?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess on their next movement, yeah.
Okay. All right. Selvin. As
Selvin?
this
Oh, no, sorry.
as this just group of undead kind of emerge from the forest between the road and the river. What are you doing?
She is going to cast plant growth, centered
Okay.
on basically here, and for a 150-foot radius, accepting a small path that will allow them to get across and hopefully away. She is going to make it very, very, very difficult terrain. Do you want me to display it?
You can display it, and then you can mark the path that you are putting down.
Okay. She is going to mark this. And continuing on. Basically a 10-foot wide path.
Starting from where this starts.
Starting, it looks like a boot. It's not covering any of the people currently in it, but yeah.
Okay.
She's trying to make it so that they are slowed down and we can get away. For every foot of movement, it costs 4.
They spend 4 feet. Interesting.
Whoa.
All right.
Oh, you drew a boot.
Interesting.
I drew a
That's
boot.
cool. Yeah, it's like Italy, kind of twisted.
Yeah. You are safe by the powers of Italy.
You know what's in the boots, right?
Oh,
Oh.
it wasn't us, Ryan. Same.
Toes.
Disadvantage.
I
Give
didn't
him
say
disadvantage.
anything. I didn't say anything.
Sorry.
It's the socks. The boot bagger.
Yeah,
So
And then
that's what
she
cut her.
is going to move up to the edge.
okay. All right. Absolutely. So
That is her turn.
Cersei's done. He's like, I'm out. So as you're all watching this kind of like shadowy growth, like just short growth around this entire area leading out to the forest and in all directions that you can see, suddenly that grass just explodes into this massive kind of like just thorny convoluted mess of vegetation. And it rises up around all of these children. The specters and wraith are actually floating, so they seem slightly less affected. But the children seem to kind of tangle up in this growth. Let me just make sure what I'm talking about. Yeah. Wraiths and specters have fly speeds. So, Beatum, what are you doing as this kind of writhing mass of plants suddenly erupts around you?
It's pretty freaky, but Beatum's kind of used to freaky things, so he kind of hobbles his way along the unobstructed paths. All the while, he is playing around with another new card that he has. He pulls this new card out, and a buzz of electricity forms upon it and begins to build until he holds it up and unleashes it. And he's going to unleash it towards this one right there. It is chain lightning. Let me put it in the VTT for you.
Okay.
So I create a bolt of lightning that arcs towards a target of your choice that you can see within range. The range is 150 feet. 3 bolts then leap from that target to as many as 3 other targets, each of which must be within 30 feet of the first target. A target can be a creature or an object. A target must make a dexterity saving throw. The target takes 10d8 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
So the DC for this is 17.
All right. So who are you hitting first?
This one? And
Okay.
then I'm assuming. Yes. I would like the other 3 targets to be the one in the back, this child right there, and this other one right there.
So all of the kind of like top right 4.
yes.
Okay. All right. Let me just make sure of immunities and resistances. Okay. So as you cast that, what is the save?
Dexterity of 17.
Okay, so for the main guy that you just hit for, it will be an 18. He succeeds. For the guy in the back, Rapey Boy, he hard fails. And then for you said the other Spectre here on the top right.
Right, and then the last one will be the little child.
All right. The second Spectre fails, and the child succeeds. The child and the Wraith succeed, and the 2 Spectres fail, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's the bag of dice.
Jesus frick.
65 or half as much on a success.
Holy
Double
shit.
brain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 10d8, and you got 4 8s, a 7, and 3 6s.
Eat him in the house.
Damn.
And it makes
of
a
dice.
huge zapping noise as it just like canes around.
Gotcha. So the Spectres and the Wraith seem somehow to be less affected by your lightning as it strikes them. Even so, this boy and this boy instantly dissipate in this flash of lightning as it strikes and arcs to them and from them. This child is struck. And the Wraith in the back is struck. He does not seem very affected by that strike. The child already kind of crazy hair stands up a little bit on end, but it doesn't stop their forward movement. Are you doing anything else?
No.
All right. So all of these creatures are now going to move forward. Also, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please? And I'm gonna bane it.
Are you talking to beat him?
Yes,
Okay.
a wisdom saving throw. I'm gonna bane it, and
I think this should be. I mean, if you, I can still bless it, right?
oh, absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to bless this as well, just from right
Okay.
the get out.
Double brain.
So I will bane you. So you are
And
down
I
to a
will-
16
I will see your bane.
with a bless. So you're up to 18. So now what I'm gonna do is use your red card against you.
Oh,
And I'm gonna subtract 1d12 from
Is that
your
a bonus
roll.
action?
see here. What is my blue card? I can't remember. I need to check my blue card. Please save me, blue card. Advantage. Ooh, do I want to use it here and
This
so
is now a
I'm
game
down
of
to a
strategy.
12. I'm down to a 12. This is like a trap card activates my trap card. I'm gonna go for it. Save me! Save me!
Use the
Advantage.
Bane.
Come on, Beta.
You used.
Oh shit!
So it's still gonna end up being a 12.
You used a Bless. I used your red card.
And I use my blue card. Wow.
That's
Just
gone.
going ham here.
Going in. Can we get some hams in the chat? Can we get some let's get some ham in the chat.
Evil ham.
Evil hams in the chat, please. Fuck, is that everything? 2 cards, a Bless, a Bane.
And I ended up with a 12.
All for you to end up with a 12. You get this sense from the orphan creature, the orphan of the black that you struck. Its kind of lifeless black eyes swivel towards you, and you feel this presence, but seem unaffected by it.
Jesus.
You.
Oh my god.
Let me. You also have an inspiration still too.
Okay.
But yes, so that is the end of your turn.
Yes, it is.
Yes, so it's my turn. So movement on the ground is it's like double difficult terrain.
Yeah.
All right, so these things can move forward 15 feet. Not the specters, but I'm gonna just stick them in there. So 5, 10, 15.
Ugh.
You did,
So-
and I think I think I
you
pulled
moved.
some of these forward.
You moved.
Yeah. Yeah, is that about where they were?
That's it.
Oh, so your attack goes
So
off.
my arrow goes off. Yeah, this is more just
Yep,
a test
so-
to see what happens thing. Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
Eesh. With a
11.
+9.
Yeah, 11 is not going to quite get there. So as these things kind of start like fighting their way through all of this brush, because they're little kids. They're like little kids. All of this brush is basically as tall as they are, but you see them with these black eyes and the smile still on their faces, crawling through this brush. An arrow shoots right over top of one of their heads. And as that happens, the specters, well, those ones are dead. These move forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Ugh.
35,
Shit.
40.
Oh.
Brian's in the bag, so we're just
Oh,
gonna stick
dude.
him off to the side for now. Ooh, 1 on Victor,
Mm-hmm.
and let's do 2 on Victor.
Mm.
And they are going to reach out with you
Fuck.
and put their spectral hands on you.
When they do that, Victor screams out that word, "Prikatsa," to put the unlock on that, and then that
Okay,
should
what-
give them. Oh, go ahead.
So what does it do?
It's a reaction that gives them disadvantage on their attack.
So you can use 1 reaction for one of them, correct?
I believe so. It says one reaction which you take immediately with a creature. So yes.
Okay. And that works on melee attacks and everything too?
Yeah, it should. Yeah.
Okay. So the one reaches out towards you and with disadvantage. Hey, thank you so much, Gorgungan. It's a 13 with disadvantage.
Okay.
So, well, a 12 with disadvantage. So I assume that misses. So as it reaches towards you and you cast that spell out, the power of Jernabog actually keeps it from reaching you just enough and stops it. But the other one also reaches out towards you.
Oh snap! Nat. crit. Oh, that was a good roll.
Hold on.
Aren't you a grave domain?
Hold
Oh!
on. Hold on.
Do I,
One
do I smell
second.
portent?
Yeah, I gotta go. Some
Ooh.
pork tent.
Ham.
Going ham on that pork tent.
You recall, Victor recalls something. Just some like incoherent mumbling that Beatum said as he sat on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And it's like spirits. When the spirits try to grab you, duck. And you're just like, what? And then as it's happening, it kind of like, it's prophetic, and I'm gonna give that creature a base of 6 for the attack. So I'm using up the 6.
Oh, thank you, Peter. Dovelbreen. You hear me scream, Dovelbreen.
What?
Oh, thank
So you looking at stat blocks. So you portent this attack and it does not hit. Is what is happening?
That's correct,
You
yes.
gave him this image earlier in the day. When this happens, do this, and he dodges out of the way of it, and you avoid a critical life drain from this specter.
Holy shit. Damn, dude. Oh.
Dariana. Holy
Oh.
Hi, Amerison. How's it going?
Whoa.
Wow.
So thank you. Okay, so it's
Thank you.
it's yeah. So that's a little bit more than. Am I wrong on my math? Isn't it 100 bits for a bless, or is it 1,000 bits for a bless?
That's
Wow.
100.
100 bits.
Yeah. So you gave 30 blesses.
Dang.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, baby.
It's 1,000 channel points or
Or you could.
It could
you
be
take
shield.
something
Use some
else too.
shield.
Going
You could take
ham.
something else.
Shield.
So
if
20
that's not
for me.
if that's not what you meant to
Perfect.
do, I can refund that back to you if you want to just drop it to 300. I don't want you to drop
Drinking.
like $30 if that wasn't your intention. So although we
Wow.
very much appreciate it,
Oh shit.
I can just hit the refund button on that. I want you to be aware of yeah. So you just no worries. Let me give me a second.
That's fair.
What I like is like Ryan.
Wow.
He's evil like in the game, but he's the nicest dude in real life. Like it's awesome.
Wow. To the people that
Ugh.
I love how the
Chimera
viewers are
Sun.
going ham.
Keep it and spread it. So he said spread it amongst the team. So someone math me like some banes and blesses and figure out how we can
Andy,
just disperse
where are
that
you?
equally amongst the thing, and let me know and I will add all of
Andy
those.
the math.
Do you want any? Do you want me to have any banes with that, or you want it just all blesses for the good guys?
said
And
bless.
Wink, wink, wink.
and you also instantly earned the that Annie bit badge
Nice.
for Sylvester's familiar. Two
Yeah,
banes
there
to
it
me, split the rest evenly, and we'll someone give me that math. We can do that.
Working on it.
We have enough to get to the end, and we'll add all of those in Amerison as we're doing like the wrap up. But thank you so much. We really appreciate that. 30, well, like 27 or something banes once after blesses once all the banes are done. You're never gonna need blesses again. Basically, you're gonna have like 30 blesses each. Thank you so much, Amerison. We really do appreciate that.
you.
So you have a lot of blesses. Use them. What's going on? Who's up? Oh,
I think
bad
you're
guys
about
are
to
up.
kill me.
Oh yes. Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Does a 13 hit you?
Yeah.
What is your armor class?
11.
What? Oh, because no blood.
No.
No blood.
All right. So as this creature reaches out to you, you feel it grasp onto you.
Fuck.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
And I'll bane it. Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay. There's probably no point in blessing it.
Mhm.
You
Maybe
can negate that because you're down to a 6.
I mean,
a 10 might be worth it.
alright.
So let me remove one of my banes.
Negated.
So you just completely negate my bane. That works. That's why we let people bless banes. Jess.
I have a little bit of a result here for.
Okay, give me one
the
second.
math.
Let me get the current math sorted. Okay, all right. So I get 2 banes, so I'm up to 9. And then, give me everybody else.
So everybody could get 3 blesses and 1 shield.
3 blesses and 1 shield. Amerison, how do you feel about everybody getting 3 blesses and a shield? A shield lets the players use the shield spell to cast. All right, he's got it. Amerison, you are the man.
Bam.
You're keeping us alive, and Ryan pulls dirty tricks on us. So
I do. What?
We're
Can
gonna
we get a
need
shout
it.
out for Amerison too, please?
What?
Yeah.
I would have
alright.
definitely used my shield if I could have.
So, I mean, he cast it before, so if you want to use the shield, we'll say that one of your shields is gone.
Well, yeah, my only shield, I think.
Okay, all right. So you said everyone got 3 blesses, right? 3 blesses and a shield. Okay,
3
so give me-
blesses and a shield.
All right, guys. Let me just throw this stuff up real quick, and then we'll move on from this. Thank you again, Amerison. 3 blesses and a shield. We'll add 3 blesses to Dariana. And we will only add. So you won't have a shield. You already have 2 shields.
I do?
What?
Oh, yes. From
Dariana.
So you
gotta
will
be
not
hard.
get the shield. You will not get the shield, but we'll bump everybody else. We'll bump up their blesses. We'll give a shield to Cutter, who also already has a shield. Don't forget to look at your overlays and stuff, guys. Andy, you get 3 blesses, so you're up to 12.
Also, Brian, I think you'd get your Bane back and I'd get my Bless back since that would have negated me rolling.
Oh, yeah. So, oh my god, double-digit Banes, baby! Alright, I had just done Andy, and I guess we will... I guess it's going to Selvin for the last batch. So you have 3 blesses and a shield, Selvin. Okay, alright, thank you so much again, Amerison. Yes. Chernobog's blessing. So that doesn't happen. As the spectral creature reaches towards you, suddenly this magical shield rises up in front of you, and the hand just deflects off of it. And now it is Big Baddie's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
Aw.
Damn it.
50. Playing dirty.
Sweet.
And it is going to come in towards you, and it is also going to reach out towards you. With a 13. But your shield lasts until the beginning of your next turn. So as you're standing there and these spectral creatures are rising out of this dark, one including this massive wraith, you feel just the darkness and evil flowing around you as this shield is blocking it. Reaches its hand in and just as it bounces off.
All right.
And it's now your turn.
So is there a pathway across this river right now of like the thorns and stuff?
So you can go through the thorns, but you had already seen the ford in the water. It's underwater, but it looks like an area that you could walk across.
Oh.
That's what this is. That's what the ford is. A ford is like a shallower area of a river that you can cross at.
Okay.
Oregon Trail.
I am going to. I hope this isn't a huge mistake, but I'm going to dimension door. Like, why won't this work? Oh, I just drew a bunch of red dots. While I'm at it.
I'm gonna.
Oh, you.
So I'm just gonna take away your inspiration real quick. You want to Control Z that real fast?
I don't think I can.
Maybe clear your drawings.
If you just
You can
like go to the
just-
selector and drag over it, it will select it and you can delete it.
Oh god, I don't know how to use Roll20.
Just go to the selector tool and drag over it and it'll select it and you can delete it.
Alright.
I got it.
Ryan did it. Okay.
You
Well,
can just move your token also where you want instead of drawing toes.
Okay. I'm going to dimension door like here.
Okay. So, as these wraiths and specters are looming over you, the only thing stopping them from draining your life is this very temporary shield in front of you. Suddenly, this door just opens up and you step through it and splash down into the middle of the river Leth. This inky black water starts flowing past your waist as you drop in. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. I would like for you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
You feel this incredible cold wash over you. I'm gonna bane you as well. So we'll battle of the blesses and banes. Ooh, a 4. Versus a 4.
Dang it.
So you end up with a 14. I am back down to single digits. One of your blesses is gone. And I would also like for you to roll me 1d8, please. No modifiers, no nothing. Just a d8.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Oh.
I hope it's good.
As this inky blackness of the river Leth flows through you,
Fuck.
God.
you take 18 points of psychic damage as your mind is assaulted by the mental agony of everyone who has died in these black poisonous waters.
Ugh.
Cool. All right. If I can yell it's poison, I will.
Selvin told you guys all already it was poison.
Yeah.
Oh, she did. I missed that.
Least favorite part of
and-
the trek.
Yeah, she basically told you to make sure you cross at the ford, don't swim in the water.
Well, aren't I in the ford?
Yes, but you're still in the water.
Yeah,
You're just
I
not
guess
swimming in it.
Okay, I was gonna.
As
how bad
you
it would
settle,
be if we swam
yeah.
in it.
As you feel the water against you too, it's heavy. It feels thick,
Okay.
difficult almost to move in. Victor, what are you doing?
Victor sees Dariana just disappear, and he's just like, "What the fuck?" And he pulls out. He's got that sleeve part where the Chernobog's rune is on, and he kind of just like touches onto it, and he's gonna try to turn undead. All the dudes that are around him and that were around Dariana. Like the specters and the wraith, I'm hoping are undead. I don't know about those dolls. It should get, if the dolls are undead too, it should get 3 of those dolls. And I think
They're not
Cutter's
dolls.
just
They're
outside.
definitely not.
Okay,
dolls.
good. They're orphans. Okay, so I'm hoping to turn. If I'm on the snap here, hoping to turn like these guys and then these 3 dolls as well are like within 30. And then I think Cutter's just out like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he should be just out of range. And so they're gonna, I'll click on it.
Yeah, so tell me, because isn't there like a range of CRs and stuff that you can turn?
There's some interesting stuff, yeah. So
As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer. Each undead they can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. A turned creature must spend its turn, and it can't, for its action, it can use only the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to run, it takes the dash action. So it just runs away from you.
yeah, and I'll give you, it kills certain ones. So the destroy undead, I'm at CR2 right now.
Okay, all right. So if you turn it and it's less than CR2, it dies.
It should die, yep.
Okay. All right. Let me check one more thing real quick.
Yeah, and I'll try to,
Okay.
I'll slap the rest of that in there.
All right. Wisdom's 0. Wisdom. 2.
Yes, it says if it
Wisdom
CR,
0.
yeah.
All right. So how many creatures is it?
So it should-
All 4 of these guys and the three dolls in the front. Why
Correct,
dolls now?
correct.
Come on, with the 3
I'm
children
sorry,
in front. Okay.
the orphans.
So the 3 specters are going to roll for their wisdom.
Ooh.
We'll just go like bottom to top. So bottom left saves. The one directly above you. What is your save?
It should be a 16 right now, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that
DC
saves.
16.
Yep. And then the one above it fails. So this thing is instantly destroyed as you raise your holy symbol. It just blasts it out of the sky. The wraith fails. So then, but it is not destroyed. But I will put a purple. No, let's go pink. Big old pink token on it. And then these 3 children are going to make their roll, starting with the bottom left. That one succeeds. The one directly above it is instantly destroyed. And then it was this one to the right, right?
Correct.
Is also instantly destroyed. So what happens as you raise your holy symbol towards all of these undead?
So kind of like he had that nice moment with Chernobog last night, and so he raises up, and it doesn't like light up. It kind of gets darker actually. It just kind of floods out like just the darkness of Chernobog and these guys, because we're in the shadow phase, so it's like moonlit. So they actually kind of
Gotcha.
just crumble into dust, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay, so they just like fade into the darkness around them and just like blast them back. Okay, perfect, perfect. So you destroy one of the specters and 2 of the orphans of the black that are moving towards you with Chernobog's dark will. Good job. Cutter, you are now up.
Good. I'm gonna just move up here and attack this guy.
Okay. You're gonna move back into the stuff.
What stuff? In this boot the free zone?
Yeah. So you're moving back. You're moving back towards the bad guys. Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Go
just
for
for
it.
the hell of it. Yeah, let's try this.
Because I'm within 5 feet of him too, right? Doesn't that help?
Yeah,
you?
exactly.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, 23 absolutely hits.
That hits. Okay, so taking a swing. So that's 12 plus. Where's my sneak attack?
Come on, baby. Oh, yes.
Not bad. Yeah.
So 33 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then I'm going to disengage.
Yeah.
So as you strike through this spectral form, your blade pierces through. It's slightly sluggish in your swing as it pierces through its body. It does shriek out in pain as you strike it, and it seems to almost incorporate for a second and then return, maybe not quite as fully formed as it was before, but it didn't seem to take the full brunt of your blow against it, and it is still there in front of you. And you disengaged and moved away? Okay.
Yeah.
Selvin, what are you doing?
Selvin is going to use her bonus action to choose the big ugly dude. So the next time I hit it, all damage will be force. And hopefully she's going to hit it with her longbow.
Okay. All right.
Two
No, she definitely
attacks.
said boner action. She definitely said boner,
Boner action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit it with the boner action.
I was
Use
glad that I wasn't
boner
the only
action.
two. I was glad I wasn't the only
No,
two.
I saw you laughing and I instantly was
I
like,
was
we're
reading.
fucking children. We're fucking children.
Yeah, nobody's rolling boner action?
So
All right, I'll do it.
Wait, what?
Jeez.
Oh, no, I
Missed
gotcha.
opportunity. There we go.
Jason.
That was, no,
two
yeah.
21s. 21s hit.
Well, I gotta do it now.
Yeah, 21s will absolutely hit.
Okay. So the first damage is 4. Second damage 9. 13 total plus
18.
Oh,
Solid.
18.
Solid boner action.
Solid boner action.
She's gonna mark it as her favored foe, which is an additional d6 for
I like how
5.
Janelle's just ignoring all the boner action.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm focusing so I don't.
Well, she's
fuck
mapping
this
really
up.
hard right now. She's mapping super hard.
And then 2d8. All right, who can math that?
Wow.
All right, so 4, 13, 18 plus 15, 33.
33 points of damage on Big
33.
Daddy, right?
Big baddie, and it's all force damage.
Big Daddy, force damage. Let's see.
Like Skywalker?
Okay. It seems to take the full brunt of your attack, and it was 33, you said?
Mm-hmm.
33 damage. It still rises up. Its dark form still corporeal. Are you doing anything else?
I'm just reading things. Nope. I am
Beat 'em.
going to just move to the edge of the water.
Okay. Are you in the water or just at the edge?
Nope, just to the edge.
Cool. Beat him. You're up.
Beatum pulls another tower card from his cloak, holds it out in front of him, and shoots a ray of lightning. This is just a standard lightning bolt, basically in a line to hit the big bad guy and the child directly behind it. So
go for it, roll.
they actually are DC 17 dexterity saving throws.
Dex saving throws. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay, so Big Baddie is going to roll.
I'm gonna change it to a 2.
Okay, so Big
Go
Baddie
ham
takes
on
full
all my
damage.
portents.
Yeah, baby.
And then Child rolls.
Okay, so she'll take half. Here is. Let me just check to make sure because I'm casting this at level 5. So 8d6. It's gonna be 10d6. Here we go. So 33 to the Big Baddie and half of that to the child.
33. So as the lightning strikes this wraith, as the earlier lightning did, it just blasts this incorporeal form into darkness, and the wraith dies. It's gone. It's gone. And then 33, 32, 16. The child takes 16 points of damage. And it is still on its feet.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna move back to the edge with Sylvan and just be like, "What are we doing?"
Tried to kill them, I
is-
suppose.
it is the baddies' turns. So, Victor,
Mm.
as these two things move in, one is going to go like that.
Of course.
Yep. Got to. And you.
It'll be 17.
So your AC is reduced.
Oh, critical fail. Yes.
You lucky boy.
Son of a gun.
And with the second attack, that is a 21 to hit you.
For sure. Can I use shield on that though? Get it down to 17.
Yeah, it's a reaction. So if you want to,
Because that'll. I think my AC right now is 17. So is it
Yeah.
-5 for the shield?
it's -5. So 21, 20,
Perfect, yeah,
19, 18,
16.
17. It would take it down to a 16.
Yeah.
So if you want to use a
So I'll
shield,
use the shield. It's crazy not to, man.
Yeah.
Amerison, it would be disrespectful not to use it.
there you go.
Amerison, thank you.
Um,
Spasiba.
Yeah, no, he's saving you. He's really saving you. Matt shield reduced back down to 1 on those shields.
Oh, I have one
Um,
still? Nice.
You do have 1. You have 1. Yeah.
I did not know.
So, and then the children will begin to trudge their way forward. They can't move very far. Calculator, guys. Calculator.
What do I divided by?
So they can move forward like... these guys are actually going to dash 5, 10, 15, but you are within 15 of this one.
You, Victor. Shit.
It is going to incite violence on you. On your next turn, no, well, right now, you feel this overwhelming outburst of violence. Jordan coming up strong with the clip. Hello, Clip Master. You feel this overwhelming outburst of violence take you over. On your next turn, well, first of all, can I have a wisdom saving throw?
Okay. So if I make
Go ahead.
the save, it might.
I'm
take me
gonna
over.
bane the shit out of that.
Okay.
Good night,
Is this
Jordan.
one? If I fail the save, I can use my inspiration on this. Is it wisdom save?
You can roll and then also then use your inspo if you have it. Yep.
Okay. So, well, let's just go. So, okay, I'll use the inspiration and then I can bless the higher one. Is that the deal?
Sure. You're at 13 right now.
Yep. Boom. There we go. And then with a bless. So 27.
Info's gone. You used a bless. Settings, remove that. So you feel this sudden burst of violence take you over and then dissipate. And you're just left with the memory of just, again, overwhelming need to strike out at the closest creature, but are not forced to. Have a good night, Jordan. Cutter, what are you doing?
Same old. I'm gonna move up here.
Does
another
Victor not
attack.
get a turn at all? That was his turn.
Oh, was it?
Oh, also
Did
I
he skip- did
deleted
he-
myself on accident.
Victor was like after the bad dudes, I think.
I had
Oh,
a
so
Can you
nine.
just
go-
control?
okay.
Can you control Z, Jess? Like just click on the window and control Z.
I'd already tried that.
Oh, you
alright,
deleted
well,
yourself.
Yeah. I was trying to delete the red dots. I didn't realize I could delete myself.
It was that thick water.
Deleted yourself.
3 seeds.
There you go.
Thick.
All right. No. No.
So it's
You are
Victor?
up after the bad guys, huh? So yeah, it's Victor. Victor's up.
Okay, so
Okay.
he's got one more turn the undead left in him, and
Okay.
he felt that like incite violence thing, which is kind of Chernobog's calling card. So the need to strike out is like firm, and he realizes like how well it worked the first time, and so he's gonna do exactly the same thing. So it's gonna be a DC save of 16, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. For the rate.
And it should get
gone,
almost
so-
everybody. I'm not sure about the one like way up at the top.
How far does it go?
It goes 30 feet from me. So like I think it misses because like it misses Cutter, it misses the one at the top.
Nope. It'll get her.
Okay.
No, it's one less.
I think
So,
you're
yeah.
too close. Yeah.
Ooh, and
Yeah.
Cutter
It's
is
just
5
out.
feet out of range of turn
Yeah.
undead.
So
So
everybody but the
every
one.
creature, 2 specters and a bunch of little kids. All right. So the specter. And what kind of save is it?
So this is I'm pretty sure a wisdom save. Yeah,
Okay.
wisdom saving throw.
Nothing. Child. Gets nothing. All right. So the 2 specters, one on the left fails. One on the right. 15
Fail.
fails. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So bottom
Chernobog.
left child succeeds.
Okay.
I should start marking these now so that we remember. So this guy dissipates. This guy dissipates. All right. The next one, the child to the top right. Crumples to the ground. This child, the middle left one. No, they don't. Oh no, yeah, crumples to the ground. They're CR2.
As long as there's Seraph 4 or below. Yep.
And this creature crumples to the ground. All
Yes.
that's left are 2 orphans of the black now, surrounded on all sides by corpses of dead children. What are you doing now?
So I think he's got some movement left in him, I hope. Since he's no longer engaged.
Yeah, he hasn't moved, so yeah, go
So
for
he's
it.
going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to be between Cutter and the bad dudes.
Gotcha. Cutter, you're up.
I guess I'll take a shot at that one.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely it.
Boom.
Okay. Let's see if this even does anything. I'm just curious. It's only 10.
What kind of damage is it?
Just piercing. It's not a special.
Gotcha. So 10 points of damage. So the arrow sinks into this little child, and it just
And it looks effective.
and like the smile stays on its face, but it continues to fight through the undergrowth towards you.
Okay.
Selvin, what are you doing?
She is going to loose an arrow at this one and use
Which one's this one?
this one, the
Gotcha.
closer one.
Okay.
She's going
This
to
one.
use her planar warrior. Oh wait, just gonna scooch a bit. 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, she's gonna scooch up a bit more. Apparently, I have to be within 30 feet of it. Oops. Yeah. And now she's going to attack it with her longbow. Twice. 19.
Yeah, 19 will hit, absolutely.
Okay. So that is another hunk of damage. 11 plus 7, 18.
Are you multi-hitting this, or is this just one
Yeah,
hit?
I have 2 attacks.
So
Per
what was
attack,
the
actually.
attack? So a 19 and a 23, is that what you said?
Yeah. Those were
Okay,
the 2.
so then you did 11 on the first attack and 7 on the second attack. So a total of 18 damage.
Almost. I also have my force damage that turns all of the damage into force, which I'm
Nice.
scrolling to get 2d8. Another 8.
So just these 2 arrows fly out and like strike this child, actually lift it up off the ground, and it falls back and doesn't get back up.
Sweet. Then she's going to return to the edge of the water.
Gotcha. Beat him. One child left. One undead child with black eyes and a smiling face fighting in the underbrush. This newly risen plant growth to get to you doesn't seem to be stopping. What are you doing?
Eden feels weird for a second, like looks over the child. Can he discern anything about this thing? Like,
You can roll me history,
You know what?
arcana.
you know what? Instead of like wasting time on that, he's just like, I just need to kill this thing.
All right.
And
What
so,
you can discern is it's a really creepy looking little girl.
so he's going to
Gross and creepy.
mind spike it. So it needs to make a wisdom DC 17 saving throw or take 5d8 damage.
It fails.
22 psychic damage. He flicks a card between his fingers and it disappears for a moment and then flicks back into his hand covered in bloody gore.
And as the card exits this smiling child's face with the smile still on it, she just
Well,
sinks to the ground.
Mm.
ooh.
Note, we're not nearly as stealthy as we were before. I had to break concentration on that for something.
It is
I
okay.
still suggest we go quickly.
It is okay, my friend. And you see, Victor kind of makes this like hand sign, like the waves of the water on the lake in the Ruthenian Plains, and he casts Water Walk on everybody except for Dariana because she went so fucking far away. And we've got Water Walk, and then I'll put it on you when I get to you, Dariana.
Well,
How
I had
many,
a turn in there that I didn't have, and I dimension doored to the shore.
Oh, dope.
Did I skip you?
Yeah, because I deleted myself. I wasn't in the order.
Oh, yeah, I
It-
deleted you from the
It
turn
didn't really
order.
matter in the fight,
Gotcha.
so
Gotcha. Makes sense. L2. I think it's been here all night, and I just anyway. So you are now on the other side of the water, and Water Walk works on how many people as an action? Or
It'll be
are
up
you
to-
doing a ritual?
It'll be
again?
up to 10 as an action within 30 feet of me, so everybody except for Dariana.
As just a regular action.
Yeah, just one action.
So why'd you do it as a ritual the first time? Just to save a spell slot?
You know what? I thought it was going to give people time to do shit because I thought we'd be fighting on the other side. And so,
Gotcha.
But you probably just would have
Okay.
attacked those guys at the other side. So
So everybody has Water Walk. Interesting.
I'll slap it up in there.
Would you say that while walking on water, you're still touching the water?
Let's read it. It says you move across it as if it was harmless, solid ground. So I'm going to underline the word harmless.
Any liquid surface such as
We
water,
got Jesus in the chat. Jesus in the
acid,
chat.
Jesus in chat?
acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or
It's funny 'cause
lava.
when we
as
went
if
to
it were
level 12,
harmless.
I picked up every ritual I could pick up because I was like, well, I only use really 4 or 5 spells.
You cheeky fucking bastards. So as you casually walk across this dangerous,
Yes!
dangerous, poisonous, inky black river of death and destruction,
Haha.
We do a tap dance.
can we get a Kanye in the
Semantics.
Oh, that's right.
River
I,
dance.
Somebody-
I
In the
miss
water.
old Kanye.
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
for a minute.
So yeah, you make your way across
Yeah.
the River Leth, into the area beyond, and then continue your trek into the forest.
When Victor
as-
sees Dariana, he slaps a heel on her. He was kind of inspired by what Selvin did earlier.
Okay.
What the hell, Victor?
What the hell? There it is.
Oh yeah.
So he doesn't
He's about
actually
to
slap
right
her.
now.
He doesn't slap her. He
No,
says
we
it.
got you.
Says
We got
it
you.
to her.
We got you. So as does anyone do anything else as you enter the other side of this area, or do you just continue on your journey?
Continue walking.
Continue.
Sylvan is in a visibly good mood.
What in the hells were those things, Sylvan?
Does she know
What
what those were?
Potentially. We'll say yes, you do know what they are, and they are Orphans of the Black.
That was a TV show, right?
Yeah. Orphan Black, yeah.
Yeah.
Late night.
Once children of the material plane, these poor souls were mistreated by their guardians or people in positions of authority. Through their sadness and neglect, they inadvertently opened doorways to the Shadow Realm, and eager for an escape from their lives, they stepped through the doorways. Over time, the atmosphere of the Shadow Realm corrupted and twisted these children into feral creatures. Orphans of the Black hate those who command over others. Whenever possible, they target creatures, blah, 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 blah. They hate you, and they hate anyone that is supposed to be guarding over other people because they were neglected, and that forced them onto the Shadow Realm and into the creatures that they are now.
Blah. I
Global
share
Press, baby.
that information.
That is very sad.
Oh, I did forget to mention as well. When you were taking your long rest, Cutter, the ornate dagger that you got off of the drunken fool who you murdered mercilessly, is a +1 dagger.
Nice.
All right. So you continue on your trek down the Shadow Road. Night comes. It passes for you all uneventfully. You can take a long rest in your character sheets. And actually, for the better part of the next 2 days, there are very few encounters. You make your way through the fourth day. Are we on the fifth day? Regardless, uneventfully, completely. The day after that, there are other travelers on the road, but they avoid you and ignore you. And if you were to try to seek out to them, they maintain a distance, even if they have to travel deep within the Shadow Realm, the forest around, if they need to. if you feel that you would be saying or doing anything different over the course of the next 2 days besides the standard travel, you can do so.
Selwyn, she would be a little bit more talkative, just getting to know everyone as much as they allow her to get to know them. A marked difference from the first day.
And Beaton would probably say too much.
Probably.
So the final night, Selvin would sit down and you are going to help the Imperium, yes?
Tata, what do you think? I'm not all that familiar with them.
It seems
With
reasonable.
Would
Are you still questioning if we're going to help them or not?
no. I think what we're doing is the objective is not maybe necessarily good or bad for the Imperium. It may be good or bad for individuals that are in the Imperium, but not good or bad overall.
So
But-
how much oversharing, basically?
Oh, he'd probably go on to say like, "Oh yeah, like we worked for like really important people, really important people," and when we talk about from where, you're like, it just becomes really obvious. Like maybe he doesn't say King Lucan, but it's just like, oh yeah, you kind of know. Talks about the kidnapping for sure. And that time that Sylvester made guards murder some like innkeeper by turning them into like wolves, which was hilarious. And just like too many stories. He also asks like way too many questions about like, so where do you live now, and like what are you doing after this? Like how long until we get out of here? Are we there yet?
Multiple times. When you mention that there's a faction within the Imperium that is actively working against the Imperium, she would be concerned and kind of side-eye Cutter and come up and remove her face.
Oh!
Whenever
Wow.
she leaves to prepare,
Original.
right? She's like, I appreciate the deftness in your work. It is nice. I work for the Imperium. I am essentially a scout.
Oh, yes.
If you need assistance, I'm sure you can find it. This faction concerns me, and I wish you well. There is no need for the second half of the payment.
Oh, think to hell, because we didn't have it. I was like, I hope you.
So what you
have
notice-
gems.
That's
What
so awesome.
she notice when she pulls her face off, it's not quite like Cutter's. She actually has a Darrakul face beneath this Shadow Fey exterior, this
Yeah.
disguise that she wears.
And
Was
she-
she originally Shadowfae?
Yeah.
Yes.
She has-
Turned Derek.
Yep.
So cool.
Every night when you guys are settling down, when she leaves to scout, that is when she eats.
Okay.
Ah.
Because she doesn't know who to trust. But given that you currently appear to be working on the same side, she offers words of encouragement and whatever assistance she can offer.
The faction is when you at some point in your oversharing potentially mention Drago Blackfly.
Yes,
The-
that would definitely come up.
Victor is not sure if he is more attracted or less attracted now.
He's like,
How?
but yes.
So you also know, Seven lets you know this is the last night of the journey. You will get to the gate tomorrow.
Okay.
And as you kind of bunk down for the evening, the night goes much like the last couple days have been, much better than a lot of your journey so far has been for I believe, second or third night in a row, and day in a row. You actually rest well, uneventfully, and begin the next day heading out, knowing that you're just hours away from what should be the gate leading off of the Shadow Road.
Awesome.
So as
After
you
the
head
reveal,
out,
she would have put it back on. She doesn't
Yeah.
spend much time without her disguise.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
And do we
So
have like
you-
a little do we get tainted a little bit? Like not any features or anything, but like is there anything look different about us like when we come off the road? Because we spent this is like 6 nights.
you're not even you still got some. You're not just you're off the road. Like you're waking up in the morning, and beginning the rest of the
Yeah.
journey.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
We still have
So
some
as
time
you
left.
do wake up in the morning, you gather your things up, knowing that today will be the last day. You begin to head towards what should be the gateway to leave the road.
What should be.
From a distance, you see rising up a hill. And defying the laws of nature, you see 7 massive, roughly hewn, tapered columns of rock standing up on their narrowest end, as if it's a point at the bottom and a massive structure at the top. These massive columns in a rough circle. Inside the circle of stone sits an even larger circle carved with arcane sigils. The air about the stones vibrates with magical potential that you can tell even from a distance. A group of humanoids, led by a grim-looking elf, stands between some of the stones. A raven flutters to a gentle landing on the elf's shoulder. As you get closer, you notice on each of their livery or breastplates a silver fly.
Mm.
As you continue your journey forward, from a distance, you see this male elf kind of stand up on that central stone. He's dressed in leathers that are dyed a dark green, almost black. His cloak is dark gray and lined in a muddy brown material. His eyes are almost almond-shaped, with nearly black irises. His chin is cruelly sharp and his thin lips are twisted into either a scowl or a sneer. His long black hair hangs limply, and he has a bow in his hand and a sheathed dagger strapped to his thigh. A quiver of white-fletched arrows rests on his left hip. And let me move you guys real quick. Would you, I assume you would have taken Brian out of the bag by now.
Yeah.
Stupid drawings. There we go. You find yourselves here. Go to like the middle bottom. And the figure you see standing in front of you you piece of shit. Sorry, refresh on Roll20 because it's Roll20. Is this figure.
Oh,
Hmm.
sweet. So you said it was a dagger, though, or is it that big ass sword?
It's the Googles. That's as close as I can
Gotcha,
get.
gotcha,
So it's a
okay,
dagger. Yeah.
Gotcha.
When you search evil elf D&D,
Yeah,
he is a badass looking guy.
that dude. Okay.
As you see him standing there on top of that kind of arcane carved central stone, he reaches behind his back and pulls out a sheaf of papers. He looks you up and down, flipping through the papers, kind of like seeing Beatum and like tossing one to the ground, seeing Cutter looking at it, tossing it out of his hand, seeing Daryana tossing it, seeing Victor tossing it, has one left in his hand and just, and tucks it away. So you're them, he calls to you from the stone. The group that has been meddling in our plans. Going to Seawall to try to get down to Vandercool to save the Archduke. In all my time, I have never been able to gather information so easily. Duke Blackfly will be quite interested to hear of this.
Oh. I'm very glad I didn't kiss you.
Oh, you must be talking of my agent, Melia.
Oh, you elves, you all look,
Oh, God.
It's hard to tell whether.
Can we get an elfism in the chat, please?
Oh God, elf.
Oh,
Um,
elfism.
Can we get an elfism in the chat?
That's evil.
Yeah.
He'll be quite interested to hear what I have to say. My journey begins now, but yours ends here. And when you look, those humanoids kind of step out, and you see two armored ghouls step forward with the silver black fly on their armor. And the Shadow Fae move forward as well. And what I need all of you to do is roll initiative.
You can bless.
Yeah, go ahead, use your blesses.
Come if you got it.
They're rolling so bad.
Pretty flat. Is that a dad joke, Daryana?
Huh?
Is that a dad joke? He's pretty fly.
Where?
Like if you see a guy in silverfly armor.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fun.
I think so. I think that's a pretty good
Well-
dad
well-
joke.
Well played, Amir-san.
All right, is everybody in here? Victor, Beatum, Cutter, Daryana, Brian?
Yeah, Brian got 15, I think.
Okay.
6. Well, no.
Music so
15.
Sylvan's at 18,
All right.
although she's next in line anyway, so it's good.
Oh, you're an 18?
Yes, because I blessed it.
All right.
Can I take
them
out
in
my
order.
war mage wand?
Sure.
Like a free action.
Sure. Cutter, you're starting as the elf on top jumps down and kind of marshals all these other ones towards you, and they all kind of arm themselves and ready for you. You were told prior to this by Selvin, she kind of described this area to you. That stone in the middle with the arcane sigils is the gateway out of here.
Okay. So, right in here?
This thing right here in the middle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's literally like we just got to get there. Or did she
If
not
what you're
tell
trying to
us?
do is get out, yeah.
Yeah.
Like all gateways, though, there's potentially something you must do to exit it.
Hmm. I'm going to use my turn to ask her that.
What you're supposed to do?
What do we need to do to get through the gate?
She lets you know that you just need to carve all of the symbols, like just basically trace them with your fingers from left to right, and just walk through the
Okay.
stone.
All right. So I'm guessing that's
Right,
my
archive
turn
block,
now,
calm down.
so, yeah, I'm good.
No, you could bonus action, sure.
Oh, I can do
What are you
something?
doing? Yeah.
All right, all right. I'm going to. You said this is just an armored ghoul right here.
There are 2 armored ghouls in the front and 3 Shadow Fae behind.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at this guy.
Shadow Fae in the back? Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you hit, absolutely.
All right. My piddly bow.
13 points of damage. All right.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna hang there for a second.
Yeah. The Shadow Fae don't seem as heavily armored as the ghouls. It appears pretty quickly that the ghouls are in the front because they seem to be kind of enforcers. The Shadow Fae are in very light armor. And when that arrow like sinks into his shoulder, he like rocks on his feet and seems like it seems to injure him quite severely. He actually drops his sword as it strikes into his shoulders. And when he reaches down to pick it up, he can barely hold on to it. He looks pretty rough already. Are you
Okay.
doing anything else?
That's it for me.
Okay. Beat him.
So, firstly, it's a new day. So, I need some
Gotta roll
new
importance.
portents. Anyways. Why are you doing this to me? Roll. 7 and a 7?
7/7.
7/7.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Beatum pulls out the tower again and begins spinning the ball of electricity, and he shoots the chain lightning to the center one. It's 150
Oh, you're
feet
solid.
range. So it's a DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And it's
How
also,
many? I was gonna say.
So it's going to bounce to each one of the Shadow Fae and the elf in the back as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll put it up in the VTT again, just.
Oh, okay. All right. So for the 3 Shadow Fae, the one in the middle first rolls a 12, so he fails. The one on the left rolls an 18. The one on the right rolls a 22. So first guy failed, other 2 succeeded. The guy in the back rolls a 20.
7.
Oh, he
He's
rolls
gonna
a 7.
roll-
Okay,
he's gonna
fantastic.
roll 7.
So then middle guy and guy in the back fail. 2 on the right succeed. Fuck, that's a lot of dice.
47.
47 damage.
Eat him.
That is just erupts out of the card and
Yeah, it erupts. Like it so much lightning bursts out of this that it almost like blasts the card out of your hand, but you hold on to it and just rages right down the middle, right past these ghouls, and just like as soon as it hits, just sparks in all 3 other directions at once, striking all of them. The 2 that succeed still take half damage, right?
that's correct.
46, 23, is that what it is?
Sure.
They are left smoking and charred, barely able to hang on to stay on their feet. A lot of their clothes are actually burnt off of them, and their burnt flesh is like poking through it. The guy in the back takes the brunt of it. Scorch marks across him, but he's able to just like rally himself and stand strong. But the guy in the front is almost exploded by the force of this lightning, and is just a charred pile on the ground.
Feedham stays
doing-
exactly where he's at.
Nice. Just, are you doing anything else?
Laughing maniacally.
Selvin.
Selvin, incensed, pulls off her longbow and takes 2 shots at the asshole in the back.
Okay. So line of sight, unless you move, there's a ghoul in front of you.
She scooches that way
Scooches that way. Okay. All right.
because he is nope, he's not a good guy. Don't like him.
No, he's not. Go for it.
Okay, so first one, 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
12 to hit.
12 will miss.
You can't use blesses on hits. Oh yeah, no, yeah,
That's what you use. Yeah.
bless.
All right.
Well, yes, no, yes. Oh,
Oh,
13 to hit.
13's not gonna quite get there.
Cool. 8 damage.
So much.
Yeah.
So
She
much
is
evil.
unhappy with herself. She will use, as a bonus action, she will become invisible. And then she will move.
Mm.
Okay. So, all right. So time out. Go back. So as you move to here,
Uh-huh.
I need you to do a thing that I didn't write down. You step into what appears to be a large bear trap, and it claps onto your ankle. You take 3 points of damage as it digs into your ankle, but until you're able to pry it off, you are at half speed.
Okay.
Hey,
just-
thanks, Ginger.
She'll just take a couple more hobbly steps then.
Okay. Ginger
Thank
coming in
you.
hot with the bless for Dariana. And can we get a shout out for Ginger Souls, please?
Thank
The
you,
O
Ginger.
is a 0.
You guys probably heard that though.
Oh, yeah. They saw this massive just clank up on your ankle. And now they just see you dragging this like rusty hunting trap.
she's
behind
Well,
you.
we
invisible.
don't see her. We see.
Oh, you
it
just see a
dragging.
rusty trap being like dragged along.
That's
Fantastic.
amazing.
Yeah. Victor, you're up. What are you doing?
So Victor sees these knuckleheads, and you hear him scream, "Moi brotia," like screaming the Cree words for my brothers. And from 60 feet away, so I think he can go right here, Ryan. So So it's like a 30 feet like setup, and then it's 60 feet of the spell. So I think if he's like right here, in this little dot right here. Oh, I
You
can't.
just move your token
Okay.
there.
Okay. He's not going to move there though. He's going to. So what he's going to do is he's going to from right here. He's going to do a 60-foot line of horses that should reach right to the bad dude. So it's going to hit like kind of one, 2, 3, 4 guys. It'll miss that guy that's kind of behind the stones.
Can you put this into VTT? So you're
I'm gonna
saying
do
you
that
want
right
to
now.
cast it at a point 30 feet away from you, and then it will be a
Cor-
60-foot line?
Correct. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just drop that into VTT. real quick.
Horses.
So,
Horses.
what do you lead? Your wild horses. Here we go. Display. It's there.
Range 30 to 60 feet.
So it's like you
conjure
start
up a
it
multitude
30
of
feet
fey
away,
spirits.
And this is the spell that I'd used the last time, where it's like he screams his brothers. They start. I think if they start right here, they should be able to get. I'm sorry, I'll hold the ruler again. So like from me, 30 feet is like right to here,
Mhm.
and then I think I can go in a line that'll even get this guy because it's 10 feet wide.
Okay,
like-
so it's everybody but the one on the right.
Correct.
And what do you want? Dexterity saves?
It should be. Yeah, I think so. Dexterity saves of. I believe I have 16 for this.
Okay.
Yeah, save DC
So-
16.
All right. So the two ghouls. The one on the right fails. The one on the left succeeds.
Okay.
The Shadow Fae on the left here fails, and Batty in the back
Come on, fail.
16.
Just succeeds. Okay, so the guys that
Okay.
succeeded, they take half damage. And then the guys that
Okay.
failed take full damage, and they're
So
prone.
2 on the right take half, 2 on the left take full. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Trimmer45. Appreciate that very much.
And then so it's 26. So either 26 or 13. Bludgeoning.
Okay, so
Fey
guys on
horse
the
damage.
left take 26. Guy on the left takes. Oh, so as the horses run over this entire, again, from 30 feet away, suddenly this row of horses just erupts out of the ground and charges over these guys. One's able to mostly dodge out of the way. Well, the 2 on the right, 2 on the left take the full brunt. This Shadow Fae is just crushed beneath the
Nice.
the horses. This guy you said takes half, and this guy takes half. Okay.
And then so the guys that took the full damage. So did anybody full damage but not die?
This guy in the front here.
Okay, so he's prone now.
Okay. All right.
Cool. And then so then Victor then moves because he kind of remembers like what happened at the river,
Uh-huh.
and he is going to pass kind of through Dariana's space, and he's kind of looking at her in the eyes, like and eyeing at his ornate dagger, and kind of
Mhm.
giving her the hint like she may want to blood armor up, and then that's
Gotcha.
going to be his turn.
Okay. So it is Betty Bad Boy's turn. And he is going to cast he's going to move forward. He's just going to go to here. And he is going to fire a shot at Beatum. Prior to that, he's going to cast Hunter's Mark on you.
Can she counterspell? Or does she?
Sure,
not?
go for it. Yeah, you could counterspell that. You can see him like basically like, you know, pointing out towards Beatum. And it is a he's just casting it at first level, so it instantly fails. So as he's reaching out towards, you know, the thing, he feels his spell slice out of the air and looks towards you and just like pulls back. And now instead of firing at Beatum, he's gonna fire at you. Ooh, you're actually in the way of Brian. So as he swings towards you, he swings back to beat him, and he will take a shot with his longbow. That'll be a 20
yeah.
to hit.
Oh yeah.
And with his second shot, he pulls another arrow out
Oh.
and crits you. So with his longbow, it is it is 5 points of damage
Is that all?
plus an additional 6 points of cold damage on the first hit. And on the second hit, I need to just pull up the roller. You take 3 plus 4 plus 20.
Oh, because it's a critical.
27 total for the second hit. So, yeah.
So
So it's
38.
27, 38 points of damage as these longbow arrows just pierce into your tiny little body.
ooh.
Brian. Oh, I'm sorry. The last thing he's going to do after he fires those 2 arrows into you, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You see him tuck the bow away, turn away from you, and reach out towards the stone that you know is the gate.
Fucker.
Brian, you're up.
Do I see what happened to Selvin?
I mean, she's invisible, but you heard a clank, probably a little bit of like, ow! And now you see a giant rusty bear trap dragging along the ground. So you can make assumptions.
Yeah. I guess Brian will move forward to about there.
Okay. And that's it.
Yeah.
He can dash if he wants, too.
What does his moves be? Yeah, I guess he could get here.
Okay.
That'll
Well, as
be
soon
a
as he crosses this
danger.
part right here,
Oh, no. Rude.
steps onto a hunting trap and
Okay.
takes 8 points of damage. And then his movement after that, now until he gets it off of him, is halved.
Okay. Great.
So if you want him to go forward again, he's at like he can get like another 10 feet.
Sure.
This guy is going to step forward and over and fire a shot at Beatum. That is going to miss wildly as it flies right into the chest of a taller creature, but misses you. And then these
Oh, I
guys.
see. I was like, who did it hit?
Nobody. This guy's gonna come forward towards Brian.
It was prone.
He was prone.
Oh fuck. All right. So he was here.
He could
Brag,
still
brag.
hide it. He just has to
5,
spin after
10,
this.
15. Yep. All right.
I mean,
so he just
No, he can't
Yes.
make it.
Dang
Right
it, I
back.
shouldn't have moved him up.
I asked you. He just
I know.
gets there.
You keep giving me
Um,
great ideas that I'm not going to follow in the future.
All right. So this thing is gonna come forward and try to. It's not. I was thinking it's gonna bite the giant fucking Kool-Aid man of death, this like giant blood thing in front of you. But it's not. It's just gonna claw twice. So that will be 2 claw attacks on him, a 12 on the first one, and a 19 on the second one. Do either of those hit?
The 19 does.
Okay, so that's gonna be 4d6 plus 3. That'll be 14 points of damage as one of the claws connects. And is he immune to stuff?
Yeah.
What's he immune to?
He has resistance to slashing and piercing and bludgeoning.
So he takes half of that damage then, because it is slashing damage. And could I get a Constitution saving throw from him?
Okay.
Unless he is resistant or Oh, is he undead? Is that what it says at the top of the thing?
Is it elemental?
It's just blood.
No, he's not undead.
Okay. All right. Well then, yeah. Do a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. What just happened? Was that me? No, that was you.
No, that was me. Just prep another.
Okay. I'm gonna bless.
Okay.
Wait, what was that sigh of relief? Nah, whatever. Anything for Bri.
Gotcha.
15.
So he feels this. You actually kind of see from the distance, because he does have an opacity to him, this almost like blackness start to seep into him, but then like dissipate, and he seems unaffected by it as the slash goes through him. And with a 22, the other Imperial Ghoul pulls out a light crossbow and shoots Beatum. And that will be 1d8 plus 2. So you take another 3 points of damage as the light crossbow bolt just stretches across your shoulder.
Did you? I didn't see an attack roll for that.
Oh, that's what I did for the 22 while she was doing her thing. I was just moving it along. Yeah.
Pinpushing.
Daryana, you are up. Oh, and then this guy's also going to come over here with this guy.
Okay. Well, she is gonna move up a little, about there. And she sees this guy trying to hurt Brian. And so she's going to let's see. Firebolt him. But she's gonna twin it.
Can someone clip that face? Is that something that someone can do?
That's my thinking face.
All right, firebolt with a twin. Go for it. You have spell sniper, right?
Oh
Yeah.
my lordy! Wow, what a
27
great
to hit?
roll.
No, that's just all damage. What's your
Oh.
actual attack roll?
Why did that happen? Let's see.
So 27, sure, hell yeah, that's a hit for sure. If you hit him. Oh, you don't.
But but I want to bless it.
Okay,
Uh,
still don't. Hey, can we get a Jedi Mama in the chat, please?
Hi.
dang, I'm rolling so bad. Okay. Well, I
All right,
twinned
so
it,
you
so I gotta do it
used
again.
Another bless. Oh yeah, you twinned it to do it again.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll see myself out.
Yeah, I missed a little bit there. So both firebolts just like pew, pew, fire off and actually strike that stone next to him. They don't hit Brian. It's fine.
I didn't like
Um,
critically fail, and I was
that's what I
still
just
sniper.
said.
I
That's
know,
what
but
I
you
just
thought
said.
about it.
I thought long and hard about it. Just the the pained look on his face when he would turn back to you and be like, "Mom," like, but he didn't. Cutter, you are up.
Okay. So they're all stepping into bear traps, basically. Is that what's going on?
Brian has a bear trap on him. Selvin has a bear trap on her.
Okay. I want to move forward and examine the ground as I move forward.
Okay.
So do you
roll
need to
me
tell me
a
what am I
roll perception check.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see
clearly
all
you.
the fucking bear traps.
Do you already have a blue card?
Oh yeah.
No.
You
I
don't, do you? Well, you do
No.
now. Because you created that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a crit.
So you succeed on an attack roll instantly.
I like that. Okay.
All right.
So what I want to do is dash. Is that compatible with looking for these things? Or do I need to just do a standard movement? Because
Yeah, no, I don't,
that's
fine.
fine?
Do you?
Okay, let me. I don't know why. Let's see, where am I? So I can get like here. And then. Oh, perfect. So I'm dashing here. Hang on,
Okay.
let me get out of my tool. Dashing here.
All right. So as you
moving
dash,
here.
and
Oh, God.
you are racing across the ground right here, you take 4 points of damage, and a bear trap clanks onto your ankle, biting into
See,
you
that's why I
and
was
reducing
asking.
your speed by half. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, don't even listen to me. You successfully dodge out of its way and continue on your way.
Okay, cool.
Right
cool.
as you're running across the ground, right as you're about to step down in it, you see it looming there, hidden in the grass, and take a step right next to it and continue moving on.
Okay. So I want to finish my movement here and
Nice.
attack this guy.
You just went like 80 feet.
That's awesome. Blast, baby.
I want to bless that.
All right.
Leathers,
Miss.
though. Maybe close.
16 to
Yeah,
hit
maybe
Big
he's
Bad
not-
Boy or the guy below it?
The big bad boy.
All right. 16 just hits.
Yes!
Oh.
The leather.
Okay. All right, and I'm also going to hang on. Let's see here. I want to use my prowess. Oh man, this character sheet's getting out of hand. I want to. What does he have? Is he wielding a weapon? I know he had a longbow. Did he put it away?
Yeah, he had tucked the bow away and is actively right now like carving out symbols on this. And as you run up to him and he's tracing the symbols, they glow as he like traces the symbol with his fingers. There's only about half the symbols left.
Okay, so I'm gonna use tagging strike.
Okay.
So basically, I spend 2 prowess points. I impair him by cutting a strap, injuring a joint, dealing some other distracting blow. He's got to make a Constitution saving throw or have disadvantage on the first attack roll. And he's continually has disadvantage until he succeeds every turn.
What's your
He needs to do, let's see, 8. Sorry. 17. He's got to make a 17.
he fails. He fails.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's basically pinned to that spot essentially.
All right.
And then I gotta roll my damage. So 13.
13 points of damage. All right. He's I mean he's still standing, but he's definitely bloodied and looking rough. Is that it?
That's all I got.
Beat him, you're up.
Beatum starts pulling arrows out of himself, mumbling every time. "Ooh." And the last thing he mumbles is, "Stupid Cutter, always getting in my ways." And then he flips the tower over again and begins electrifying the arrows that he has pulled from him, and it coalesces into like a roiling like thunderbolt after a second, and he holds it out in front of him and in a line that's gonna get the two of these guys right, so the big baddie and the other ghoul right at the stone.
Okay.
But there's no way for me to do it. I think that wouldn't. Hold on. Let me actually just like draw a line here, because if it's outside of 5 feet, then it actually won't hit Cutter.
I
Oh, and
mean,
Ryan-
yeah, if you're trying to hit those 3 with any kind of line, if you just move like 10 feet to your right, you could easily angle it in a way that would miss Cutter.
Yeah,
So
just-
this gets. I'm not worried about that other one that's like right in front of him. I'm just worried about.
Oh,
the
well
two
then,
at the
yeah.
Stone.
Yeah, you could put a line that would miss Cutter for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's that?
I was just going to tell you he can
It's-
spend a turn to readjust himself to get out of the situation, or if he doesn't take
Gotcha.
a turn to do that, he can roll a saving throw.
Okay.
Gotcha.
This is a DC 17 Dexterity saving throw for 10 damage from a level 5 lightning.
All right. Bad guy, big baddie, only got a 12. And then Ghoul Boy gets a 20.
Do I want to use my last portent on him to give him a 7?
Go ham, go ham.
I think I gotta go.
Yeah!
Go hams in the chat,
Go
please.
Hams! Okay.
Drop those hammies.
So both of them are going to take this much. Oh, 34. Not as good as
30.
it could have been.
All right. This guy is smoking, like slumped against the stone, like barely able to push himself up from it, barely able to stay on his feet. And the ghoul next to him, like the armor is still like just staticking across it. He looks worse for wear, bloodied but still up.
Damn it.
Selvin.
So to get this thing off my foot, what do I have to do?
I just need a strength check.
Does it take my full action?
It is an action to do that.
Okay. So half of 35 is only 15.
Yes.
Alright. She moves 15 over here, and I believe she has line of sight on big annoying dude.
Sure.
So she's going to mark him as her favored foe, which will
Okay.
give me hopefully an extra d6. And
Nice.
attack him twice with her longbow.
Thank you, Tasha.
I'm going to bless that.
Okay.
A 15 doesn't hit, does it?
Just barely misses.
Okay, one hit.
It
That
clinks off of
definitely-
the wall next to him.
I'm gonna bless that too.
No, there's no
Because
way.
there's no chance.
There's no chance
Yeah.
with the 11.
I
she
could have
used
gotten
it,
a 4.
so
Yeah.
it would have been a 15. Doesn't matter. You used it. So both arrows, like literally, as he's kind of like pushing him off the wall, just like splinter into either side of his head across this rock in front of him. Are you doing
Another
anything
hit?
else? Nope.
Oh, okay. No. That was
All right, Victor.
action.
So Victor kind of is freaking out because he's seen everybody hit the bear traps. He says in Kariv, "I am your emissary, Chernobog," and he casts that spell that has never worked, and maybe it'll work today. Servant of Doom. Crazy shit happens. So where that eyeball was the other night with the dark vision, an eyeball kind of pops out, but it turns into the symbol of Chernobog, and kind of like these gray symbols show up all over him. And he floats 5 feet over the ground, which I think is higher than bear traps. And then he flies at his walking speed, and he tries to, I think he can go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can get far enough in front of Beatum that he'll block any attacks because he's seen his boy getting messed up. And then from here, he should be 60 feet from these two guys. And then he's going to drop Toll the Dead on both of them, and they're going to have disadvantage again on their saves. It'll be wisdom saves with disadvantage. And let me throw Toll the Dead in there. And so they're hearing like Chernobog's bells. It's like a really bad AC/DC song happening right now.
Gotcha.
Yep.
You mean like all of the AC/DC songs?
Exactly. Thank you. My brother would disagree, but yeah. So
the ghoul fails, and then the leader bad guy, he also fails.
Sweet. So they both are going to take 18 points of inescapable necrotic damage because it's a 3d12 for Victor.
Yeah.
And then I think that is pretty much. I'm covering Beatum. I've moved. I've dropped Toll the Dead. I think that's all I can do.
It's not that it didn't work before. It's just you would always use it on people that have like less than double-digit hit points. This time, however,
I can never tell
it
you.
does
Okay.
work. As the bells ring out, you all hear these dark bells. The one on the left, holding his head, shrieking out, barely able to stay on his feet. But main bad guy, you just actually physically see blood erupt from his ears, and he slumps down on the ground dead.
Feast, Brian.
So he gone. Brian is up.
Brian is just gonna slam attack the guy in front of him.
Come on, crit slam. Come on, crit slam.
I know, I need another crit slam. God, did I even bless it? Alright.
You get a 4? Oh.
14?
What is the 14 at the top?
It would be 16, wouldn't it? With the 2?
Yeah, so it's a 16 to hit for 12 damage.
Oh, I was looking at the damage.
A 16 just barely hits.
Okay.
So he strikes out and actually hits this guy in front of him.
Good. He's gonna try it again. What?
Oh.
7's not quite gonna get there.
I liked that 19 better. Okay.
Bry guy.
All right, hits with the first one, misses with the second. This Shadow Fae here, seeing his leader fall behind him and knowing it's going to take a while to open the door, disengages from Cutter.
Damn, he's fast.
And starts running out into the woods. I know you guys can see this, but it's forest.
Okay.
So he gone. And then this guy here is gonna stand resolute and do 2 more claw attacks against Brian. 21 on the first, 16 on the second. What's his AC?
14.
Can I get 2 Constitution saving throw, please?
You said 2 or just 1?
Yeah, 2. So he is not poisoned, but he takes 35 points of damage. as these claws dig deep into his bloody form. This guy is going to start tracing on the gate stone. It's going to take his entire action economy to get there. And as he finishes tracing along it, it begins to glow. It's not open yet. You get the sense that on its next turn, it will open. And Dariana, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to move up to here.
Ooh, all right. So as you move to there,
Isn't that
What?
the one I got?
No.
Oh, wait, no.
Brian, there. God damn it.
you take 5
Bear trap.
5 damage, and your movement is reduced by half.
Fucking bear trap.
Okay, but I can move forward one more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Okay.
And another bear trap.
I should have just stacked a couple.
Okay, I am going to do Shocking Grasp on that guy right by Brian. Twinned.
Shocking Grasp is a grasp if I...
Yeah, I have... Oh wait, can I not use two? No, I think I can.
Is Brian your familiar?
He's not.
No.
What I'm saying is it's a melee spell.
Yeah,
attack.
no, I wanted to do a distance spell.
Oh, you have sorcery shit for that?
Yeah,
Turns it into a 30-foot.
but I don't know if
Damn,
I can
alright.
use two meta magics.
He looks pretty shaky. I don't know if you can stack meta magic stuff. I don't know sorcerers well enough.
Okay.
I'll use it.
It's fine. I'll just use one. And hope that this was worth it. Okay, good thing I
It does stack.
did that.
You can
Oh, it
use
does
only
stack?
one meta magic option on a spell when you cast it, unless otherwise noted. So
Okay,
it does
well,
not stack.
16 lightning damage.
What was the roll on it?
A 14 and a 25.
And you have advantage because...
He's armored.
Oh,
Yep.
perfect. Then yeah. Yeah. So as you reach out towards him, this magical hand grasps onto him and courses lightning through his armor, and he crumples down in front of Brian.
I want that arm to like shake his neck a little and like throw him to the ground if it could.
That's fine. And just chucks him down. And then like punches him. And then spits on him. Are you doing anything else?
No.
Cutter,
All right, I'm moving forward and going at this guy.
go for it.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry guys, we went a little long. 19 definitely hits.
All right.
And as you swing
Uh,
through, this guy ready to open the doorway, striking with your half sword of the Margrave, you strike the final guy on the battlefield down in front of you.
Yeah, buddy. Cut there.
On the bed.
What, just beat him underwater?
It sounds like. And just to give you guys a quick little kind of demo of what was going on, those are the bear traps.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Ah,
So
sneaky.
you guys actually did pretty well.
It was like playing Battleship.
So, Selvin then kind of directs you towards the gate that has been opened by the guy in front of you. As you strike that down, this light kind of emits from the stone, and the whole stone begins to glow.
Oh, I'm looting these bitches before we go.
Yep. Selvin will
Oh
help.
yeah, he had a pretty sweet bow.
Oh, Beatum's not underwater. He's just got blood in his lungs from the multiple
Gotcha.
shafts. That...
And when Victor sees him, you see him pointing his hand at you, Beatum, and there's kind of like a black energy kind of coming from his hand, but for some reason you feel that it heals you,
Oh,
and you should be maxed out.
So you are healed. The gate in front of you is open. As you move and go through these bodies, there's some coins on them. There's basic weapons. He doesn't have anything that looks incredibly ornate. He has a longbow. He has a dagger. None of it strikes you as particularly interesting.
Okay. I'm gonna take their tabards. Oh, they're all fried up from the lightning, anyways.
Even the Shocking Grasp one was lightened. Every single person on this board was fried at some point. You could, though, salvage maybe from the guy that was stampeded instead, enough of the tabard to see the sigil on it.
Okay, I'll take one of the tabards with me then. Ooh.
Okay.
Kotor, would you like to try again with this beautiful elfish face?
No.
Face is fried to fuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
He's
just
a
wants
chicken
the
wing.
skull. He wants the black
Yeah.
skull then.
Okay.
He's just
All right.
going straight for
It's not hard. You can just pop that head right off.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. All right.
So, Sylvan, are you interested in seeing this bit out, or is this where we part ways?
This is where we part ways. I have reports to write, apparently. TPS
idea.
reports, guys. So many TPS reports.
You should come with us, Eldon. Much fun to be had in Seawall. Yes.
Our employer doesn't make us write reports. He just makes us call on a mirror.
If we did write reports, they would be very late, Beatum.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of which, it's probably mirror time already, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's been 6 days.
I'm lazy. I just don't care.
Does mirror work from Shadowfell?
Well, then, I suppose we should step through. Is there any trick? Do we just go?
Walk backwards.
Yes. Sylvester learned that hard way, didn't he?
Beat him.
Like you haven't mentioned him at all.
I'm sure Beatum would have mouth vomited it. Beatum turns around and walks backward through the portal.
Okay.
Same.
Victor kind of tosses the skull up in the air, catches it, spins around, gives a wink at Selvin, and he walks backwards through the portal.
Pulls out a fedora, drops a milady, and off he goes.
That's right.
I think while all that was happening, Brian was like sucking these guys dry of their blood.
Nom nom nom.
Okay, I'm glad you amended that.
Until
Thank
you
you for
clarified, I
clarifying.
was just like,
know,
yeah,
that
of
makes
course,
sense.
like, of course it's blood, and then you had to like fill it in, and then
He's
I was
just-
like,
And
Ryan
gave
was
me a
about to
look.
squeal.
oh.
She's just sucking these
And the
guys
chat
dry
goes
over here.
wild. The chat goes
Yeah.
wild.
Just
Children.
What do you
sucking
guys
them
think?
dry.
Chat, is this better than Toe or worse than Toe?
Oh,
Oh my god. And on that, we are going
Wait,
to
wait.
end our session for this evening. And thank you all so much for being here. Can we get a Jedi Mom on the chat, please? Can we get an L2S in the chat, please? Janelle, thank you so much for being here, for being our first online guest.
super fun.
It's something we did a lot in our, because this is our home game become internet. We did it a lot, and I was very happy to have Janelle on. She's a wonderful human being who's done a lot for our local and online community, including our website. Can we get a website in the chat, please?
Oh, yeah.
And is just a wonderful, general, just amazing person. So it was awesome to have her on. What else? I have a an outro checklist. Can we get a shout out for Jason? Jason's still dropping his 1,000 words over on his channel. Make sure you go check him out and follow him. Also, if you just drop the socials, it will do a link to the link tree. We talked about this before. We'll talk about it a bunch. Forged of Ice and Blood is a story, a backstory for Thurg and Thrubadorn. Thrubadorn was a character of a member of our community and a member of our game and group who has passed away. This is a fantastic book that was written and put out by Jason. And all proceeds from it will indefinitely go towards Doug's kids' college fund. So please go check that out. First of all, it's a great read by itself, and second, it's for a great cause. So please go check out the link. Forged of Ice and Blood is, I have to look at it every time so I don't say
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But click the link, check it out. It's on Amazon Kindle and print. But the book, it's a great little book too. I mean,
so
like,
nice.
it's great written, but like it's actually really like it's a neat little book. Just the publishing of it was really well done, and
Thanks,
and
guys.
Jess helped.
The trollkin that was in the book. Is that what it was? A trollkin in the cave?
Troll.
I was troll.
It was just a
Um,
straight
yeah.
up troll. That
I
character was awesome.
can't use copywritten.
Oh, that's
Google
right.
Press.
Yeah.
I wanna
kept
meet
it
that
as
troll
generic
one
as I
day. That
could.
troll seemed awesome.
There you go. Can we get a Circe in the chat, please, too? Just an awesome person and a great member of our community. I know he was here before, but I think once Toes came up, he bounced. Sketch Risk, if you could drop a Sketch Risk. Sketch Risk did all the art that you see in our rotating thing and on our BRB screen. He is awesome. On our merch store, if someone wants to drop merch, we do also have a Thrubadorn sticker. Just like the book, all of those proceeds will definitely go towards Doug's to go towards
Or you can
Doug's
scroll
family. Yeah, nice. Thanks, Ducky. Can we get a shout out for Salam Ducky as well? I don't know what
Speaking
else
of
to
Ducky.
say. Yeah. Oh shit. We have an announcement to make. Starting next Thursday, we are going to start a stream on Thursdays using Foundry, run by I don't know where Jason is. He's here for me down there for Morkborg, which is, do you want to give a little something about Morkborg?
Yeah, it is a OSR game. It's a dark fantasy apocalyptic game. Put out by the Stockholm Cartel. It's a Swedish game, published by Free League. So yeah, that's it. It's pretty dark, so if you like this stuff, you'll be in good company.
It makes
It is
Victor seem like My Little Pony.
And we're doing a
beautiful,
session
cool
0, so it's going to be character creation because I know the system's pretty new to probably all of you in the chat. So it's going to be a character creation, rules overview, and then the following will be the first session, following week.
Yes, I'm very excited.
It's a
I'm
really
actually
cool.
going.
Go for it. What were you gonna say?
No, it's really cool. It's like if death metal and fantasy apocalypse like had a baby, and then like that baby was this book, and it's gorgeous and beautiful, and you should just check it out, even just for the graphic design of the book, and then the content will blow you away as well. It's awesome. I'm super excited to be a player in it. I'm super excited to see Jason DM it. He DM'd the session, a couple of sessions for us before, and it was a ton of fun.
Yeah, and Ryan.
I'm excited
got
to not deal with
devoured by a
fucking
giant
Roll20. Yeah. Fuck.
worm.
Some fucking
Ryan's first
bullshit.
Merkborg, he got devoured by a.
I don't think I took a single point of damage until the very end,
Nope.
and got
But
one
he got
shot
eaten.
by a fucking worm.
You gotta have that
The
shield,
heavy
man.
armor. Heavy armor got you.
Motherfucker. Piece of shit.
This
Yeah,
coming
everyone could
Monday
be
will be
detrimental.
the finale of the first Theros arc. Come check
You
it
guys,
out.
if you
It
thought
will be
Selvin
a
was gangster, Akira drops bombs every Monday.
Oh yeah,
Woo!
absolute MVP. It will be quite a spectacle. Come see if Alekos is spared or doomed.
So,
So we get
we have a Theros Man. I should have dropped it. Please go check out. Come watch this on Monday. You might see another player on Monday as well. We shall see. You'll see L2 there. You'll see Janelle there. You'll see Matt and everybody,
Yep, I'll
but
be
me and
there.
Jess. Everybody but me and Jess.
Yep.
That's the easiest way to say it. So, thank you all so much. We are going to. It is just this time of night. We are going to raid Paul Dances again, unless we have another suggestion, because he. No. Let's hop into somebody else. I just want to.
Who did we pop into last Monday? I'm kidding.
Yeah, no.
Inside joke. Inside joke. I'm sorry, Andy.
Can't believe
He's like,
you.
I could watch this all night.
All night.
Wait.
Kids, be mindful
yeah.
out there. Be mindful. Think before you.
Oh no, you're such
Yeah.
a teacher.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah. We're just gonna go ahead and jump into Paul Dances again. He's an awesome person.
Yeah.
We sit around and watch his games. He's a real nice guy. The games are really fun to watch. So make sure you go check those out. We are going to go to our bye screen. I'm going to go to our channel on my thing here so that I can actually type in the command. Thank you so much for being here. Come back next week, Wednesday, every Wednesday for our Evo campaign, the Dark Kingdoms. Check us out Mondays for Theros. Starting next week on Thursdays, we'll be running Morkborg. Again,
3 days
thank you all
a
for being
week.
here. We will see
Wow.
you 3 days a week. We're getting there. We're getting there. We will start the raid, and we will see all of you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.